And we are live like Sky Sports, and we're live. Big up, everybody. Yes, we have seen the team sheet. We are literally 1 minute away from kickoff. Big up, everybody. Big up the chat. Big up the community. We are here, guys. Manchester United versus Leeds at Elland Road. It's going to be a very, very interesting game. It seems as if Dorgu is in the right 10. That is the biggest takeaway from the team news, guys. The biggest takeaway for me, it looks as if we are to play our typical 3-4-2-1 or 5 at the back formation, then it seems as if Dorgu might be in the right 10. It seems as if he might be. So very, very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. Um yeah, let's just see, guys. Let's just see how they set up, because things are not always what they seem. Things are not always what they seem. Let me see. What is going on here? Yeah, all right, we're kicking off. It's always interesting how people kick off. Like, what is this sort of kickoff formation that we're doing? It's so unnecessary because nothing like. Oh, Dorgu's first touch there, guys. The match has kicked off, by the way, people. Dorgu's first touch there was crazy. Put your predictions in the chat as well, people. Put your predictions in the chat. It's just kicked off. We're literally 30 seconds into the game. Yeah, man. The way that we just kicked off just now, where we overloaded the right hand side of the pitch, was very, very interesting. There we go. Lee's on the attack on the left hand side. Hope everyone's had a good weekend as well, guys. Sunday. But yeah, I think Leeds chose well in terms of the end that they're gonna play against, because the sun is in our goalkeeper's eyes, proper, and obviously not just our goalkeepers, anybody who's playing. And the funny thing about the sun being in your eyes, guys, it's actually a thing. It's actually the sun, and it's really bright, and it does matter, man. I remember playing football and the sun being in your eyes. It's not easy. It's not easy. So hopefully it won't be too much of a hindrance for our goalkeeper, for our team, the sun being in our eyes, but we'll see. Almost 2 minutes of the game gone. Calvert-Lewin was arrested, as we were told. So come on, United. Big up Timmy. Big up Tim in the chat. Come on, United. What are you saying, Tim? What you thinking today? Because this team is okay. Let's just try and look at what's going on. So it looks as if, actually, let me see our defensive shape. It looks as if Heaven. So it is. So it is Heaven, Lenny Euro, and Martinez at the back, but in a different formation. We got Leniro playing right centre back, Heaven playing the main centre back, and Martinez playing left centre back. Dallo right wing back, Luke Shaw left wing back. It's very interesting we got Luke Shaw playing wing back because we thought he would never play there. We thought he would never play there because his lack of conviction, his lack of mobility. He doesn't run, doesn't move, but he's been playing in the last few games. And obviously Casemiro, Ugarte in double pivot. And then we got Dorgu and Cunha. Look at the ref cam. I don't know. It's like I want to see how wide Dorgu plays or how infield Dorgu plays in that right 10 because Dorgu's not a 10 and Dorgu's a wide player. He plays on a wing, so yeah, he's definitely playing in that right 10. I think it's so crazy, guys, that this manager would rather play Dorgu in the 10 than Xerxes. He plays Xerxes for like half of the game for 45 minutes in there, and he doesn't like it. I think what our manager wants in a player is what he was as a player. I think Xerxes is very silky player. He's not very quick over the ground. And you can still build a team around a player like that. You can. I've seen Berbatovs. I've seen other football's changed though. That's the thing. So I feel like if Xerxes plays, he probably has to be the main striker because of that. I think he needs his 10 because he was a busybody sort of player, Amorim, you need to understand his mentality as a human being. As a footballer, he was a John O'Shea type midfielder. Phil Neville. Those sort of players who are play multiple positions, tackle, run around, give their all, play anywhere the manager says, asks them to play. That was Ruben Amorim as a player. So it makes sense that his teams are like that, move around, play multiple positions and whatnot. And he's not a fan of Xerxes, especially not in the 10, because I think he sees the 10s, yeah, as midfielders. And Xerxes is not a midfielder. He's just a false 9. That's it. He's a false 9. Yes, Dorgu. Big up Tim. Tim says 2-2 is the prediction. Big up TK as well. I see TK's message as well. TK jumped in the chat, left his message, had a great night at the casino. TK predicted 2-1 Leeds. I also predicted 2-1 Leeds on our Friday pre-match show. So I predicted 2-1 Leeds. Ivan, big up Ivan in the chat as well. Ivan's jumped in. 3-2 United. So Ivan's thinking of a United win. Listen, the way that the game started, I have no idea who's gonna win this game. No idea. But based on what I've seen previously from this team, I think Leeds have a good chance. Leeds have a really good chance at home. But we have a decent away record. We play all. Sometimes we play better away from home. It's a finish from Cunha. Offside. That would have been such a finish. Oh, what a great goal. Listen, I always say, guys, that Cunha, for me, no, he's onside. What? I'm confused. Was Cass offside? Guys, he was offside there. Casemiro. Bro, I thought Sesko was the one offside, but Sesko wasn't even involved in a. This is a good start from United. We're growing into the game slowly, I think. We haven't strung any passes together yet. The game's a bit messy at the moment. All right, let's get the ball on the floor. That's better. That's better. There we go. Ah, Sesko. Sesko's making that run. Unlucky Cass. That pass from Cass. Those are sort of balls we needed to do more of in the last game. Switch off the play straight away. Nice. Don't shoot, Cunha. Slide it. Cunha, just pass the ball to Dallo, bro. That's the only pass that was on. What are you trying to do? That's two passes from Casemiro that's been misplaced. Dominic Calvert-Lewin shoot over the bar. Why did he shoot with his right foot like that, Calvert-Lewin? Why didn't he shift it to his left and shoot with... I don't get strikers who do that, guys. Look at Calvert-Lewin in that position. Why is he trying to... Like, he touched it with his right and then shot with his outside of his right. And that, listen, you know when you're right-footed, yeah? Everyone has a stronger foot. But when you're that close to the goal, yeah? When you're just literally like 8 yards from the goal, surely Dominic could have controlled it only with his left. One touch left and then bang. Use your left, bro. Like, I know you're right-footed, but you're only 8 yards. Your left isn't that bad that you can't get it on target from 8 yards. Smash into, like, one-footed strikers, yeah? When I mean by one-footed strikers, I'm not saying that Dominic's a one-footed striker. That could have been just one moment in time. But strikers who only use 1 foot, and you're a striker, bro. You've been striking and scoring goals, yeah, since you were 5, yeah? And you can still only use 1 foot. Those strikers are just weird to me, bro. They're strange to me. Your favorite foot doesn't mean you only have 1 foot. That pass from Ugarte was almost a suicide ball. Oh, this is some head tennis, boy. What's going on here? Let's put the ball down on the ground, man. Flip it, play some football. Nice. Leeds are playing okay. I mean, they're at home. We're going to have to hit them on the break. Leeds grown in confidence, though. Look how they're playing. Just keeping the ball. That's nice from Dominic Calvert-Lewin. There you go. That was my doorbell, people. That's my breakfast. I literally just woke up 15 minutes ago and I haven't eaten. So, unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to eat on stream. I apologize. I apologize. My apologies. Look at Alex in the stadium, people. Away game. Leeds and Sir Alex is there. That's nice from Cunha. I want to see that Cunha goal again, you know, guys. Dorgu, finish! Dogs. Offside. Dogs. I was like, Dorgu, is Dorgu on the side there? How did he? Also, this is quite interesting about Dorgu. As much as people don't rate Dorgu, what is this showing you about Dorgu? Dorgu played left wing back. You know, some of you argue not the greatest. Then he's played right wing back. And now he's playing right 10. You might not rate him, but like Mazraoui. Oh, ref, man, why did you blow for the offside? You should have carried on. Let me see what's going on in the chat. The game is getting a bit stale, man. 14 minutes, almost 14 minutes gone on the clock. Good morning, Turkish. Big up, Turkish. What do you think of the lineup, Wiz? The lineup is, I don't know. I'm a Xerxes fan, but I guess the team is more important than the individual. As long as we win, I don't care. Is when we don't start Xerxes, we don't score because he's the person who scored the last few. Well, he's been involved in the last few goals that we've scored. Xerxes. Acunha's nice, man. Look at Luke Shaw playing left wing back. I bet he's never worked so much in a. Oh, look at Shaw there. He thought he was slick there. Like I was saying, I bet Luke Shaw's never worked so much in his life playing wing back at United, running up and down. I have to say the quality in this game is not very high at the moment. It's not very high. Big up Ivan. Um, my friends do call me Timmy. It's just childish, Tim. We're just all childish. That's why we do it. South Park, if you're above the age of 30, South Park was a big part. I feel like laughing at yourself. Finish. Ah, Sesko. I think laughing at yourself and not taking yourself seriously. And South Park, my lord, this South Park say some very crude things. And I feel like we needed that. I feel like we couldn't. I mean, South Park is still a cartoon that people watch today, but people are so touchy now that there's certain things they won't laugh about. That makes sense. Timmy. Yeah, the ref cam is interesting. But all of these things, though, all of these cams, these little interview at halftime, or put a camera in a changing room, all of these intimate things, yeah. I'm neurodivergent. I don't care for these intimate things. I don't care for a ref cam so I can be close to the ref and player cams and halftime interviews so we can know more at halftime, or a camera in a change room so we can see this. So all of these, the nerds have taken over football, bro. I play football. I play semi-pro. I don't care about any of these things. Footballers don't want any of these things. A footballer wants his job to be his job. Imagine, like, yes, you can come and watch me at my job. Come and watch me at my job in the stadium. I'm at work right now, so come be in the stadium and watch me at work. You don't then come into the staff room and the staff meetings, and you get to watch flipping me when I'm getting told off by my boss, and you get to no, bro, that doesn't happen. It's just I don't know, man. This access thing that we're getting, oh, it's a bit much for me, man. But I know people like it. A lot of people are gonna like it. We spoke about this already in the summer about how we're gonna Americanize the sport even more and do all of these little American things. A lot of people liking it. So it is. I mean, it's the way the sport's going, guys. At the end of the day, it's the way life is going. So, as much as I want to resist it, as much as I want to resist it, it's here. This is a stat mad football world. The amount of data that we collect is crazy. Put some maple syrup on my pancakes, baby. Put some maple syrup on your pancakes. In honor of TK in Canada. Wow. Mm, that's nice football, guys. But I'm not gonna lie, yeah. That's the second time Casemiro's tried that switch of play, or second or third time, and it's not worked. Casemiro hasn't got his long passing range, his long range passing boots on today. Also, our midfield with Casemiro and Ugarte, one thing I realised, guys, is that it's very strong. We off the ball, we are okay. Like you can't really pass through us as easily. And that centre of the park here is congested as hell. It's really congested, guys. That's a great defensive header by Luke Shaw, by the way, people. Yo, Eddie, I didn't see you there, my guy. What are you saying, Eddie? Good weekend and all that? Yeah, Happy New Year, man, my guy. I don't know if people do New Year's resolutions anymore. Is that a thing? Are we growing out of that stuff? Making some promise at the end, at the beginning of the year that we know we're not going to keep tomorrow, the next day? That we know we're going to break the next day? That's good control from Sesko. I like that. Uh, there we go. Shot from Martinez. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The way this game is going, I think some of us who said draw might be right. This game feels like a draw all day, man. Tim in the chat says he wants Sesko and Cunha to step up today. Yeah, I agree, Tim. We need more from both of them. I'm looking at both of them actually. I was gonna say more from one or the other, but to be honest, here we go. Can we get this in? Oh, Leeds are gonna get a free kick. 22 minutes on the clock. Yeah, Cunha, I need him to use his team a bit more. But at the same time, maybe these are the kind of games, Leeds, Wolves, all these games, those are the type of games where we want Cunha to rise up and do something in those kind of games. But yeah, Sesko, I know. Listen, he's new to the league. I always got a caveat: new to the league. Give him some time. All of these things, but at the same time, if you're getting selected ahead of Xerxes, every single game you're getting selected ahead of Xerxes. Every game, and Xerxes played like 20% less. No, never 20%. He's played that 20% amount of games time that you've had. 20%, maybe even less, and he's got the same as GA as you. Xerxes got about 2 goals, right? Maybe 2 goals and assist or something. I mean, Sesko's only got 2 goals. I think they've got the same GA, but Sesko's played like 14 games or something, and Xerxes played 2. And that to me is crazy. And people hate Xerxes. So let me be clear. I like Sesko. I'm not even saying Sesko's not better than Xerxes. I'm saying knowing someone is supposed to be better than someone else, yeah, but they haven't proved it clearly. I haven't seen Sesko ball out to where I'm like, yeah, he's much better than Xerxes. I haven't seen it, even though I might believe it. That's why I'm saying I need more from Sesko. That's good defending from Heaven. Revenge of the Nerd, says Eddie. Eddie, I'm not gonna lie to you, yeah? I'm not gonna lie to you, Eddie. Oh, wow, is that penalty? We are let's see what happens after this. Leeds United on the attack at the moment, guys, putting us under a bit of pressure. I'm not gonna lie to you, Eddie. We're all nerds in some way. The nerd spectrum is a spectrum, bro. We're all involved in certain things that are classified a bit nerdy, and nerd is used as a word that sometimes doesn't even make sense. The word nerd, right? But the people who run the world, yeah, the three richest men in the world are the three biggest nerds, bro. Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, yeah, the biggest nerds. I always knew when I was little, especially when I was with all the nerds, all the computer programmers, and all the guys who do HTML and Java and all these little nerds. I always knew, yeah, that they were gonna run the world. The issue about those guys running the world, yeah, is that they've got a warped view of the world. They were bullied at school. These sort of people, very bad social skills. Listen, they're new. Some of them will be neurodivergent, and I am neurodivergent, so I know what autism looks like. And when the traits aren't all, let's say, positive traits, um, you can have very rigid thinking. I can be. I don't always, but you can have very rigid thinking. And like I said, a lot of these guys will grow up, for instance, away from females, not really interacting with women, not having many girlfriends, and all these things. Head in the books, head in the coding. So the way they see women, women are like, ooh, don't talk to women. Ooh, like us normal guys will like talk. We'll go up to a woman and start talking to them. Hi, how you doing? Man, it's kind of hot today. Yeah, it's a bit hot. Where are you from? Conversation started. Boom. These nerds in school, they won't talk to females. So they have a warped view of women. They have a warped view of the world. They think the world is just numbers and codes. These guys are running the world now. And I always say that it's the revenge of the nerds because they were bullied in school. So they always knew that when they got rich, they'll be able to do this and do that and control this. And I can't wait till I get rich. You know those guys, I can't wait till I get power and money so I can. That's ooh, nice Casemiro. That's a good turn. Ooh, this is good for Man United. I'm not gonna lie, some oh, that pass, is it possible Ugarte to Dorgu, bro? Everything is just data, bro. Like these players have to wear, every player now has to wear that black vest underneath their tops, yeah, just so everything they do can be monitored. And I know back in the day there used to be, a longer way of doing them, a longer way of collecting the data. But man, the data business of football, the data business of sport is insane, bro. I know Brighton are heavily involved. I mean, Brighton recruit using data so well, so well. But I don't know, guys. I'm not in love with the data mad world because the data mad world is giving us the football that we have today, and it's not the football that we see today. I don't know, man. It's just not. It's not it. Like technology is just. We won't even need coaches anymore. We'll have a flipping AI coach who looks at all the data at training, all the data during the week, and the AI coach will be like, based on all the data, the optimal team will be this. And then Jim Wilcox will just choose a team from the AI. Bro, it's crazy. I think it's crazy what's going to happen in the next 5, 10 years. when it comes to sport, life, when it comes to AI. Eddie says Nez are okay. When Nez want revenge, it's trouble. The woman frustration is the biggest thing in my opinion. Yeah, the frustration they have with women is right. Reason why so many men hate women. It's a philosophy that I've worked on. It's a theory that I think is true. They don't know women. So, oh, here we go. Oh, Dallo, unlucky. They don't like women and they don't understand women. Even though they all have mothers and all these things, but their mothers don't understand them. You know, mum, you don't understand me. Like, you know, like I said, bullied in school. And a lot of them will be bullied by girls. Don't forget that men who are teased by girls in school for being weird, they usually grow up to hate women. That's locked in. And once they get the money, it's about power. A lot of guys want the power or the money to get the power, because money is power, to do certain things and to get revenge and to be like, you know, that stuff. When I was younger, all these things. The revenge of the nerds is a thing, bro. I'm telling you, it's a thing. I'm always telling my women, yeah, that the F boys that you guys don't like, yeah, the pretty boys that get loads of girls, sometimes they're safer. Sometimes the guys who get loads of girls, yeah, who just, and because they get loads of girls, they talk to loads of girls. They've always been around women from the 14. Yes, they love being around loads of women, and they might date loads of women, but they still understand you. They don't need to hate you. The reason why they go around and a bit promiscuous is because they love women, they not hate them. If you look in some weird way, but that nerd who's had only one relationship, I don't know, man. You might have a revenge nerd. But like I said, we're all nerds in some way. I'm talking about the ultimate spectrum of nerds because I'm a nerd. You know, I'm starting to collect Pokemon cards. Right now, you can classify what I'm doing as nerdy, maybe. But women are nerds too. Data is billionaires' new currency. Yes, Eddie. Eddie knows. Eddie knows. Eddie knows, bro. What is it? The data business is like a $5 billion business already, or something. It's gonna be like worth 11 billion in that couple of years. And I'm not even talking about football data. Our data. Don't forget Google and all these guys. They have our data that they sell. Don't forget we are the ones being sold. Never forget that we are the ones being sold. They get all our data, everything we buy, everything we look at, everything that we sell. They know our name, our age, everything, and they give all that information to other companies. So, I mean, the fact that we're talking about this also shows how shit this match is. I'm trying my best to focus on the game, guys, but there we go. Sesko. Oh, Sesk. I thought he was through there, Sesko. I thought he was through and go. Turkish weighing in on the conversation. Eddie and Wiz, you're spot on. They even hate women because they couldn't get women. Now they blame women for women not wanting them. Yeah, like I have to be a lucky guy that I've never had issues with women, right? And I think that has shaped my worldview. When I go online and I see all the hatred from men to women, I'm like, I don't understand this. Like the way I see it is this, guys. We all have a mother. We, yeah, a lot of us have aunties, cousins, sisters, aunties. All these women in our lives. We don't hate them all. Some of them are annoying, but we don't hate them. And we don't hate them because they're women. And I was raised by my mum and my aunties and stuff. So it's like growing up to hate women and to be like, it's weird to me. Like, women give life. Without them, there'll be no life on this planet. And pussy is sweet. Pussy is amazing. It is amazing. The female form is amazing. So when I see online, I see all these young men hating women and all these things. I'm like, where is back in the day? Yeah, that might have without YouTube and all this online stuff. One or two boys might say, "Oh, let's do this," and then a couple of boys in the playground would have said, "That's stupid," and then it would have ended. But now there's online that same boy, that same small idea that gets rubbished away by other guys in the playground now can go online and find a small community that believes the same thing that he believes, and they just grow and it blows up into something else. And now that some guys can't get women, some boys can't get women, they're now using it as an excuse to be, what's it called, that celibacy thing, involuntary. And now apparently there's a loneliness epidemic in the world. Oh, Dominic Calvert-Lewin's header hit the post. That's the clearest chance we've had today, guys. And now there's a loneliness epidemic. Loneliness epidemic. Men are lonely, apparently. I'm like, all my friends are not lonely. None of my friends are lonely. All my friends are married. All they've got girls. I'm like, where's this? But it's not my generation. I'm an old man. I think it's a younger, the late teens, early 20s. I just feel like men and women are so far away, so far apart in this day and age than we've ever been in terms of our ideology, the way we think, all these things, and there's no one trying to bridge the gap. It's like it's going further and further away. That's the closest we've come to a goal, guys. 35 minutes on the clock, and we're talking about everything other than the match itself. That's the only chance we've had this game. And that wasn't really a chance. That was just a ball into the box and a Dominic Calvert-Lewin header. This game has been a nothing game. It's been heavily contested in the middle third. Like, neither team can string more than like 6 passes together. United, we do it, but we can't create chances. We don't have the attacking players. I think with the players that we've started today, the manager could have set us up differently. That we could actually play 4-3-3 today and have Dorgu as have Dorgu out more wide in his more natural position. Or start Xerxes. And the thing is, our bench isn't great. Apart from Xerxes on our bench is basically academy players, guys. So even if we wanted to change this game and put some life, inject something in this game, because right now it's just not great. So even if you wanted to inject something, all we have are the youngsters on the subs bench. Eddie says to try to control people can never happen to though. The most high is the controller. It says controller. Yeah, women. I always got to say we all got to play our part because the world it is a man's world. So a woman is socialized by the world that we create for her. At the same time, it's also not just women. Women are mean, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. In school, even though I wasn't the worst when it comes to females, women, listen, everybody's mean. Men are mean. Children are bullies, bro. Don't let anyone tell you that a child is good and bro. A child, yeah, children can do the cruelest things, bro. The cruelest things because their moral compass, yeah, is still growing. Some of them don't even. Some of them, their moral compass will never grow. They'll just be like really, really sick children and grow up to be, sick adults, right? But some of them think children do at school. It's mean. So yeah, girls. The thing is, some guys will say you create the villain. You give birth to us boys. And some of you, especially when you go online, yeah, especially this day and age, and you see things like boy mums. I'm a boy mom. I'm a mom, but I've got a boy child, and I love my and they treat their sons like they're flipping boyfriends and all these things, and they never say no to them, and they spoil them and all these things. That's not good. Finish. Who's there across the goal? Who's gambling? That's a ball in from Cunha, 39 minutes. We all have a responsibility, man. Let's be real, man. It's the violence against women in this country, in this world, is insane, bro. The violence against them is insane. I don't know. I've spoken so much non-football in this stream that this stream might just, I don't know what's gonna happen with this stream. I don't know what YouTube are gonna do with this stream in terms of the topics. Casemiro. Oh my gosh, this goalkeeper had that Superman reflexes. Look at this. Lenny Euro, look at that. Bam. Straight at the goalkeeper, to be fair. But this double header, Cass. Oh man, if Lenny just anywhere else apart, he went straight to the keeper, Lenny. But that was a flick on header. That was literally, all right, let's go. Finish. Cunha. 40 minutes on the clock. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It seems as if this game, fine margins kind of game, two equal teams. Leeds. The sad thing is that Leeds are newly promoted side. They literally don't know nothing about no Premier League. They've literally just got here, and they look the same level as us. Mainoo and Leeds look the same. Quality wise, everything, we look very similar, and that's the saddest thing. Not necessarily Amorim's fault. We have to take this with look at both things. We got to look at the fact that his options are limited, Amorim. Let's be real, his options are limited. But then the question will always be, what can he do with the limited options? Is he doing the most? Those questions are always, answers are always subjective. It is objective that his options are limited. That's a fact. But whether he can do more, that's when we have our arguments. That's when we have our scale. Some people say yes, a little bit more, a lot more. It depends. That's when we have to quantify certain things. But I don't know. Could he change formation? Could he start Xerxes? We seem to be piling on a bit of pressure now. 40, almost 42 minutes on the clock. For the first time in this game, it looks as if we're camped a little bit in. I mean, our defense is not the halfway line yet, but we are pushing up. We are transitioning. Ball to Cunha. Everyone wants to be the man, it seems. Somebody has to be the provider. It's so greedy and un-United-like. The issue is we don't have any creative players. I mean, I think Cunha is probably the only creative player that we have on the pitch. We don't have any creative players. That's the issue, guys. Oh. Oh, sorry. We're talking about men and women, sorry. That's jokes. But it says un-United-like, Shifam. Oh, all right. Oh, providers. We're talking about roles now, Shivam. The problem with societies, though, is that you can't have one man making all the money. Like where you can have one man going out and doing a job, being a provider, and living off that one wage, that doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist. Everyone has to work, and unfortunately, women are smart. Like on average, women are going to universities more in a lot of ways. They are just as able and capable as us in the workplace now. So it just has to be split. The provider thing has to be split now. There's nothing we can do about it. It's just money. Like you can't live off a man's getting 30. You can't live in this country of a man getting the average salary. The average salary is about 30 grand a year, 25, 30 grand a year. Nobody can live off that, bro. Nobody. So, girl, you're gonna have to go to work as well. These traditional, wow, little roles, you gotta dash them out the window. That's why when anyone try to teach you to be a man, you gotta do this. To be a woman, you have to, bro. Like back in the day, men wore heels. High heels were made for men. Makeup was made for men. The roles of men and women change constantly through time. In the next 5 years, it will change. People who are just rigid, like men and women, they're the ones who will kill the world because they're not able to be adaptable to the changing roles of men and women. 5 years, 10 years ago, women didn't have to all work. Now all of them have to work. That's changed. We have to just change with the times. Unfortunately, it's a shame, but it's a shame. It's a shame, but it's a shame. It's a shame, but it's a shame. Um, some men's first bully is his own mum. It's true. That's why we're saying everyone. Listen, men aren't perfect, but in this world, I think everyone has a part to play. Everyone can get better. Everyone can improve. Oh, nice, nice. Here we go, guys. Yeah, oh, doggy. That was a nice move. That's one of the nicest moves we've had. Yeah, the whole game, and it's happened literally at half time. This little move, the shot from Dorgu. Look at the ref cam. Look at the ref cam, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh, I see what you tried to do there. Yeah, it's about making a woman feel safe. That's why you need experience with connected with women. Yeah, man. It's like women are not this alien species, bro. Like I've never understood. Like just go up and talk to them and just say, listen. You have women who are into comics. Women are into Marvel. You go to a football match now. The football stadium, the women's football stadiums are filled with women. There's nothing that a man like. No women do this and men do that, bro. You can find a woman, yeah, who's into football, into Marvel, into comics, into whatever, just like you. You're flipping nerd, as we say, yeah, and that's it. Even more than you, bro. Like like I said, this whole putting women on a pedestal and being scared to talk to them, all these things, that's the issue, bro. And also, back when you were younger, you used to be scared of getting rejected. I think a lot of people, even now, in their no, bro, there's no scared of rejection, bro. Approach, speak. If she's not on it, move on. Don't call her B word. Don't get angry that she's not interested. All these things. There's 8 billion people on the planet. Half of them are women. It's okay. It's okay. Half time, guys. Look at that magpie outside. Look at that magpie. It's on my wall. Just looking all black and white. Just looking like Newcastle United. Half time, people. What a dull game. Those games that are just dull. So, some games could be 0-0, yeah, but they could be like a fascinating 0-0, like an intriguing 0-0. This game's not even fascinating. It's been played in the middle of the park, very bitty, very physical, as most games in the Premier League are. We need to play out wide a bit more. I see us trying to force the ball down the middle a lot. And I get it. Now that we got Sesko back, we do usually go long to Sesko and do the header flick on thing direct to the striker. That's how we've been playing. But I don't know, man. I feel like we need to use the wings. Let's use the wings a bit. Let's see if we can get Dallo and Luke Shaw on the ball a bit more and whipping some crosses in. That might be the best bet, guys. A corner or a cross. Because other than that, I'm watching this game, guys, and I'm not inspired. I'm not inspired at all by what I'm seeing. Tim says data, advertising, engagement. Yeah, Tim's got it. Tim's got it. I mean, it's money is not even real no more, right? Money is just numbers in an electronic system now. Money is not printed really anymore. Money is not even backed by gold. Back in the day, paper money was backed by actually physical gold. It's not even that. Money is not real. They say it's something that you earn. Some people don't earn it. Some people just get given 200 million government contracts, and that's it. Some people don't earn it. Money is as a concept is real, but money isn't real. It isn't. It's crazy. Data is everywhere now. We are all just numbers on a spreadsheet to be optimized so someone can get more money somewhere. And don't forget what data is, guys. Data is information. And I always like to tell people, listen, information is knowledge is power. The reason why you can capitalize, make money is knowledge. You take the profits. You sell something to somebody and you make so much money off them because they don't know how to make it themselves. I can't make a car. I can't make this teacup. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I don't have all of this knowledge. And because I don't and I can't do these things, someone else with these knowledge will pay me a lot of money to access their knowledge of those things. If you can prevent other people from having knowledge and then pay them and then charge them for your knowledge, that's why agents exist. What's an agent? What's a football agent? Why does a footballer need an agent? He can actually do that himself. The reason why he needs an agent is because the knowledge that he doesn't have. If you have knowledge and you stop someone else from getting the knowledge, you make money from that knowledge gap. This is what we called in economics, guys, the knowledge gap. The knowledge gap is where the money is made. More money is made in today's world, as we know, during periods of war. During periods of war is when the most amount of bullets are sold, most amount of guns are sold, tanks, weapons are sold during those periods. And those things aren't cheap, they're expensive. There are a lot of people who are in the arms business who need war. If you are a seller of guns, wouldn't you think, let's step back for a second. If you sell guns, a war is the best thing for you because it means you are making the most amount of money. In periods of war, when the knowledge gap increases more in war, especially when the country you're fighting is blown to smithereens like in Iraq. You take their oil, you take their resources from under their nose, you sign certain contracts, you do your coup. The world is crazy, guys. The world is crazy. I know we've gone off topic, but the world is actually insane. When you grow up here and you understand how certain things work, how buying and selling, buying low and selling high, which is, you buy low, you sell high, you make a profit. That's all we do. From the micro level, you as a human being, to a global level, countries with securing resources for cheap so we can maintain our quality of life. That's all we do. Look what Trump's doing in Venezuela. I know to go off topic, but it's absolutely insane what's going on. Man just went and took our next country's leader. I'm not even talking about whether this man's doing anything wrong, this Venezuelan leader, but it's the fact that that can happen. Yeah, Putin's just there chilling, and no one's capturing him or taking. It's just, yeah, guys. Let's not talk about this. We're gonna get into politics, and politics on a show like this is absolutely messy. It's messy. So let's not stop me from going there. Let's get back to football, people. Tim says, have you watched Adolescence? It's brilliant TV, says Tim. Tim, I hope you're still logged on and you can hear that. I know some of you guys jump in and jump out. But yes, Tim, I have seen Adolescence. I think it's really good TV. Do you know what I really think, actually? The British series, the one-off series that we sometimes get on Netflix from the UK. Some of them are books, written by people. They're some of the best TV on Netflix. They're some of my favorite shows. They're little 6-part series from the UK with just normal actors and everyday people in them who depict real life situations, whether someone's getting kidnapped or someone's died or whatever the thing is. They're some of the best TV because I'm not always interested in, not always, sometimes I am, but I'm not always interested in these like Americanized, dramatized, fake looking shows. Not always. And adolescence is such a good representation of where it comes from. I think, yeah, we all go through a phase. Yeah, we all of us, not all of us, but most of us as young men, 13 years old, when we first see a naked girl or something. 14, we start getting curious. We start maybe our first kiss. We go through certain periods, right? The age of 13 to let's say 15, that delicate period where you start to understand your boner. You start to understand yourself as a boy. Why do you get hard? All these things. Those are the delicate periods in a boy's life where he can either become what that guy became in adolescence or not. Or not. As children, our brains are mush. They're still growing, our brains are still growing, still developing, and we absorb so much as children. So we can be led astray much easily. That's why it's best to indoctrinate us when it comes to religion. We have to be told about the religion very, very early when we're young. Because if we're told about religion later on when we can critically think better, when we can reason better, some of the religious stuff we get told, we would be like, hold on a second. So God made everybody, but God made the devil, and God knows everything, but God made people like Hitler to kill. When you start questioning certain things, it's, especially as an adult, is very, very eye opening. That's why, as a young person, it's best to get you when you're young, put you in school when you were young, so you can be indoctrinated into the life that we all live. Yeah, man. So adolescence is really good. It's a shame that after adolescence came out, you still had people saying, "Oh, it's not real. It's not representation." I'm like, "Nah, this is real." The favorite, one of my favorite episodes in adolescence, Tim, is the therapy episode, because I like the psychology. I like understanding how these people, how these young men work, how they tick. And that episode, I think episode 3, the psychology episode, my gosh, that was good script writing, good TV. We get to see the whole situation, not just from the victim standpoint, because it's usually the victim standpoint, but from the perpetrator, the perpetrator's family as well, and the effect it has on them. It's just good TV. I just feel like we all need to do better in terms of raising our sons. Like I said, all boys are all boys are a little bit misogynistic, right? Bitch this, bitch that, maybe, and all these things. We said these words, yeah, but we didn't hate women. And our misogyny wasn't like some high level misogyny. It was just some small little things that women wore pink and all these things. But now it's crazy. And anything that we learned when we grew up, guys, we didn't believe those things were true when we grew up. When we got our first girlfriend and our first relationships and all these things, a lot of the ideas that we thought about women went out the window with proximity. Anyway, I'm getting off about this a bit too much. Let's bring it back to football. Tim's bringing it back to football. Yeah, final ball lacking. Yeah, the final ball is lacking. A lot of, I feel like we're trying to go down the middle a bit too much, guys. Do you agree? Are we trying to force the ball down the middle a bit too much? What's going on with the wingers, man? We literally play with wing backs, and we still don't have no width. There's nobody putting crosses in a box or anything. Eddie says, I don't think United played that bad. Just need to be more hungry. I hope our second half drop in form doesn't happen again. Yeah, we can look at it as we haven't conceded a goal. We're away from home. The teams look even. Leeds have had their chance. We've had our chance. Lenny Euro. Two headers, actually. The Leeds chance was a Dominic Calvert-Lewin header out of nowhere, set piece. And our chance was a header. And that is why I'm saying maybe in a game like this, fine margins, not a lot of on. It's going to be a 1-0 game, maybe. And it probably a set piece or header. Right? It looks that way. Or a mistake. So Tim said the third episode was brilliant. Yeah, the third episode was very intense watching. And the way they shot it, like I said, the dialogue as well. One thing I've always said, yeah, especially on this channel, being a man and being a football fan, is how angry men are. We are angry. And everyone's angry, but we are really angry. And when we talk about emotional stuff, and when we talk about emotions, and especially when we say women are emotional, even as a man, I hit back at men and be like, bro, are you sure women are more emotional than men? Because for some reason, I don't know why, men don't consider anger to be an emotion. And I think it's because it's our default. So we don't even think it's an emotion. It's our default. We are angry. 99% of all crime is done by men. Which means all violent crime, almost all violent, angry crime is done by men. We are angry. We go around killing and doing all these things. So I'm like, bro, we are the emotional ones, bro. Women pick up their phone and talk to their girlfriends about their feelings to regulate their emotions so they know how they feel and all these things. We don't do that stuff. When we get angry, we just every woman who's killed, murdered, 6% of the time is by their boyfriends or ex. So that episode of adolescence, to show how angry this little boy was. He's only 13. He doesn't know anything about women. And everything he knows, he's been taught it. And he's so angry. 80% of women and all these things. I'm never going to get a woman. I'm all these things. I'm what do you know about being at 13? So what I'm trying to say, the phases that we would have went through, because we would have went through that phase as a 13-year-old thinking, well, I might not get a girlfriend. But that was only like a 6 months phase. But because of YouTube and algorithms, what we consider as a 6 months misogynistic phase at 14 when you hate girls, that phase becomes a 20-year phase rather than a 6 months phase. We should all go through the phase at age 13, 14, where we hate women a little bit because we got dumped by a girlfriend. Or from now on, I'm going to hate girls because this girl was mean to me. And then 6 months later, you find someone else who's pretty and you move on. It was only a 6 months phase where you hated women. Or maybe you want 1 year phase. But these kids are getting trapped in this phase. It's not a phase no more. It's a way of life. It's stopped from being a phase to a actual way of life. So for 20 years, these guys are going to hate women. Or all their life, maybe. I don't know. So it's just crazy. Anyway, the second half has started. 46 minutes almost on the clock. So we've spent a minute playing. Leeds have started really quickly. There's been a cross into the box cleared by Man United. I'm expecting a similar kind of thing to the last game, to the first half, to be honest. Eddie spoke about our second half drop-offs. We do drop off in the second half. That's a fact. That is known. We don't. We've listen. I keep repeating. We've lost or we've drawn every second half this season. We don't win the second half. So based on that stat, guys, I don't expect us to win the second half of this game. So based on that stat, it's either going to be a draw or Leeds are going to win. Simply based on the data. Women reflect more types of emotion. Reflect, portray, they show. Oh, that's true. I agree that. I agree with that though. They do display a greater range of emotions. Yeah, that's true. Men act out our emotion more, which is more often in anger, frustration, and aggression. That's also true, Eddie. The thing is, though, it's about regulating the emotions as well. We assume that women aren't angry or just as angry as us. They live in a world where we control them, and their world's getting better, equality and all these things. But you know, and when we say about men and women, we're talking about the Western world. There's some women who don't have the freedom to do certain things to certain parts of the world, right? So the thing is, women are just as angry as us but they just don't kill people. Like they just don't go out and do things. I mean, they can't a lot of the times because they're not, on average. I've got to say the word on average. Physically is strong, and when men are ready, we'll start burning women by the stake and start calling them witches. When we're ready, we'll go back to those times if we have to control these women. It's a man's world. But yeah, we act out definitely in anger. But like I said, they feel anger too. They just don't have the benefit or the privilege. I wouldn't say privilege. Can I say privilege? They don't have the ability to act out. The world is complicated, guys. At the end of the day, it's easier to love than it is to hate. Hating takes effort. Hating takes a lot of effort to keep hating, and it makes you grow bored. I'm joking, it doesn't. Boredom is hereditary, guys. Don't. It might make you have cancers. It might make you have a heart attack, high blood pressure, all these things. If you got no reason to hate somebody, you don't need to. Oh no! Well done, Lenny Euro. Had to come across there. Is it? Does he still play for? I haven't heard that name in a long time. Play for Leeds. I feel like everything ugly about football is coming back. I feel everything. The long, road elapsed rolls are coming back. People scoring my corners, set pieces coming back. We don't see no sauce. Oh, good save. We don't really see saucy football anymore. We don't really see people score goals from outside the box. What a save. Good save. I'm so happy we got Lemons, though. He's not perfect, like I said, but he does the basics. And for me, just do the basics, man. And we go, counter attack. Dorgu, wait. Finish! Oh, man. Oh, man. That's the problem, guys. We had a counter attack and we just didn't have quality. Like Ugarte with the ball. And that ball to Dorgu wasn't great. Also, guys, pay attention, yeah. Football, yeah. I saw a stat that says we are running like 5 kilometers more than we did 5 years ago. Just 5 years ago. It's crazy. Look how many Leeds players, yeah, got back in that counter attack. I'm telling you, even scoring on a counter attack these days, you can't do it because it's like players are not even jogging back. Players are sprinting full speed back. You got 5 Leeds players sprinting. The distance I covered now is crazy, and everything's recorded. So the coach will know how much distance everyone has ran. We all know distance has covered. No one can hide no more. It's a lot, man. It's a lot, and we're all seeing the data stuff. I'm seeing the data at my workplace, my job. I'm slowly getting probably going to be replaced by an AI in the next 5-10 years. It's crazy. That's why this YouTube thing has to work, guys. You gotta make it work. There's Cunha. Here we go. Ah. Oh, excuse me. Finish. What have I told you about Sesko and his heading? For some reason, because he's tall, people think he's good with his head. I don't know how many headed goals he scored in his career. But one thing that's clear about Benjamin Sesko is that he's not that great with his head. I think we can all say I've seen Sesko enough now, leaping in the air with his head. Even though he was offside, that header was atrocious. And I've seen Xerxes scored a goal with his header. I've seen we don't put enough crosses in the box or quality crosses in the box for him. That is also true. Two things can be true at the same time, right? But I just don't believe in Sesko when he heads the ball. I've seen enough now to be like, I don't think he's going to score even if he does head the ball. Unless he's like 5 yards out or something. To be fair, it's a difficult header. The ball was behind him. It wasn't high enough. It was a difficult header for him. But I think the point I'm trying to make is he's very tall, and I need him to be more with his head for how tall he is. Corner to Leeds. Yeah, Lenny Euro doesn't want to be out there. Every time I see Lenny Euro get dragged out wide at the right centre back, I'm always like, yeah, Lenny does not want to be there at all. Yeah. Dallo needs to be out there a bit more. You know when we need to also be more intelligent, man. Dallo, fall back a little bit. You're a right wing back. Help Lenny out a bit more. Oh, Lemon's got a touch to it. Another corner to Leeds. Leeds piling on the pressure, people. Oh, did he touch it? Maybe a little bit. Okay. It's been a while. We're setting up for this corner. This Leeds corner. It's coming in right now. Headed away from United. Huh? Yeah, very interesting balling. All right, let's clear this ball away. All right, we're going to do some head tennis now. Handball. All right, no handball. Where's the orange juice? Oh, there's no straw. But, oh. Mm, 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 mm. Time is time is here. The time is now. The time is here. The time is now. Sesko is a good player, but I'm concerned he's going down the Weghorst route, struggling to score. But it's not completely his fault. He's part of a system. But when he gets the chances, I need him to finish. The problem with Sesko is that he's not a gunman. He's not a Jermaine Defoe. He's not a clinical finisher. He's not someone bang bottom corner. He's not a Mason Greenwood. He's not that, and I don't think he will be that because he's 23 years old and he's not that now. And you can't really become that. You can, but not really. Like Sesko for me is going to be like a Drogba. Not he doesn't play like Drogba, but in the sense that Drogba didn't get loads of goals, but the teams that Drogba played for scored goals because of everything he did. Similar to Xerxes. What I'm trying to say is this. That's why I say to you guys who hate Xerxes and like Sesko are weird to me because they might play differently, but the output is the same. They might have different. Sesko might run towards the goal. Sesko runs towards the goal while Xerxes runs towards the ball. Right? They run the opposite ways. They play differently. The team will then have to be set up differently to accommodate each striker. But I've seen false nines. I've seen Firmino's. I've seen the best teams in the Premier League over the last 5 years have all been teams that play with false nines, including Arsenal right now. Gyökeres is on the bench, and the best Arsenal team is an Arsenal team with a false nine. The best Man City team I've seen is the City team with Aguero dropping deep or Jesus false nine. The best Liverpool team, the Firmino team, or the team that won last season with Diaz playing a false nine. The best PSG team is a PSG team with Dembele playing a false nine. So, therefore, I know factually the best teams in the world play with a Xerxes type striker. I know we can set up similar to them and play with a Xerxes style striker and play with Xerxes, but the manager doesn't want to play that way. The manager's chosen to play this way, which is fine. It doesn't mean Xerxes crap. It means it doesn't fit in the way that we want to play. We need to use our words better. That's what I think. But it doesn't remove the fact that Sesko, even though he plays differently to Xerxes, has similar output. Has similar output. This one's much better. I don't know how I've heard of Kone and certain people in certain youngsters in the academy, and they're not being called up, but yet both Fletchers are. Like, I need to understand, guys, why Kone is being sent out on loan while Fletchers are on the bench. The game is so quick now. As soon as you get the ball, yeah, there's somebody on you. I'm just looking at the game of football, and I feel like even the speed of the game is just so much quicker, bro. So much quicker. You get swamped. As soon as you get the ball, there's 100 people around you. 61 minutes on the clock. This might be a very, very poor 0-0 draw. Mm-mm-mm-mm. The time is now. You can't see me. My time is now. 1-0 to Leeds. I put my head down for a second, and Leeds have scored 1-0 to Leeds. I literally had a look at my phone, looked up, and go. 1-0 to Leeds. What? That's a really good finish. The game needed a goal. Oh no. Oh, I saw it. That's a poor goal. I did say the goal today was going to come from a set piece or a mistake. What were we doing? Didn't we concede a similar goal against Everton or somebody by doing something on the left hand side with Luke Shaw and Mason Mount, and we've done something similar on the right hand side. Just poor play, losing the ball. Leeds have punished us. Now he's going to bring Xerxes on the pitch. 1-0, guys. Oh, now the manager's thrown on Xerxes. At least he's done the right change. But Leniro's come off. And Dorgu's gone to right wing back. And Xerxes now playing in the right 10. Okay. It's interesting because it was more. Was it more Heaven? Whose mistake was it? I need to watch the game again. I know they blamed Heaven but was it actually Heaven's mistake? Because I'm thinking, let's say it was Heaven's mistake. It's also interesting that it's yes. Look who came on the pitch and got the assist. Joshua Xerxes. Look what happened. I can't stand this, guys. Xerxes came on and set up Cunha straight away. Look at this. Look at this. Why? How are you playing Dorgu ahead of Xerxes in the 10? Oh, and then man comes on straight away and does this. This is why, guys, you need to understand. Yeah, people want Amorim out because we can see that there's no reason. Yeah, that you start. Yeah, Dorgu ahead of Xerxes in the 10. There's no reason. The manager's flipping crazy, but we're here now. We're here now. We scored our goal. I'm not gonna lie. Now that we scored our goal and I see that we can score, and like I said, attack is the best form of defense. The manager's ethos and the way he thinks about football is, I can never get behind it. He's played Dorgu. He's played Dorgu in the 10 over Xerxes because something Dorgu can run or something. So he doesn't like footballers. Bro, who cares about certain things, bro? You want to win the game, play your better players who can run, who can move. He'd rather runners with no quality than somebody who stands still who has supreme quality. And that's not me. Atro, big up Atro, big up the chat. I'm hearing Zach. Bro, Atro, man came on the pitch and he's a straight away his first touch was the assist, bro. It's crazy. It's not rocket science, bro. We played okay. No, we didn't play okay last game. But when we took Xerxes off the pitch, took off the attacker, we were rubbish. Xerxes scored our only goal in the last game, bro. He scored our only goal. And then we got this game where we've been absolutely boring to watch, not good. And then as soon as this guy's come on the pitch, assist. I've said he's played 20% of the games Sesko has played, Xerxes. And his output is greater than Sesko's. It's 2 goals now and I think 2 assists. So Xerxes got a better GA than Sesko, and Sesko plays every game. And the finish was a nice finish. The shot was scruffy. It was a scuffed shot. But I'm not gonna lie, guys. The amount of scuffed shot goals I've scored in my career, bro. In my career, you know. Even when I used to play football as a striker, I used to always cut in, especially on my wrong foot, because no one expected me to do that. And because it's my wrong foot, my left foot, some of my shots might have been scuffed, but because they were so precise, bottom corner, goal. That little scuffed shot from Cunha, that was me, bruv. In my youth, I used to love a little scuffed shot. Oh, nice, Casemiro. That little nutmeg from Cass. Yeah, Eddie. He loves the defense, like, and he hasn't learnt from last season. Yeah, you do need the defense, but the balance, he doesn't have the balance right. He overloads his team with defenders. And sometimes you need to understand that attacking is the best form of defense. When you have the ball and when you're attacking, that's the best thing. Just because you have more defenders on the field doesn't make you better defensively. Defending is structural as well. I keep saying this. You can have 8 defenders on the field. You're probably going to lose. Oh, wow. Wow. Overhead kick saved by Lemons. Save. You can have 10 defenders on the pitch, but you're probably going to lose the game because you don't have any attack. So all you're going to do is defend all game, because anytime you get the ball, you're not going to muster any attacks. So this guy will overload us with defenders, play 7 defenders on the field, right? So we don't attack, so we don't score goals, so we can't keep the ball, and then expect and think, why we're losing even though we got 7. Yes, because we don't have any. The balance isn't right. You got to be good defensively and good in the attack. You got to give the opposition something to be scared of. If they're not scared of your attack, they're not going to respect your attack. I don't understand. It's not that difficult to understand. I understand. It's not that difficult. I don't understand. Anyway, it is what it is, people. It is what it is. This is the manager we have. After a while, you start to understand the manager's philosophy. You start to understand the way he thinks about football and how he sees it. And the more I watch him, the more I look at his substitutions, the more I see how he sets us up, the more he speaks in his press conferences, the more you start to get a picture of how he sees football. That's one of the things I say to people. When you get a new manager in, I beg you just don't fall in love with him straight away. I beg you, first of all, understand how he sees football. Because he could come and see football like there's no defence. Obviously, this will never happen. I don't believe in defenders. I'm going to play no defenders. Like, let's wait, yeah? Before we fall in love with our next manager, let's wait and see what he's about. Because I don't like the whole, I'm gonna fall in love, I'm going to worship this thing, even though I don't like it. I'm going to back this manager, even though his philosophy is fully against my philosophy. I don't. The blind love thing, the worship thing, the religious thing is can be a bit too much for me. Good doggy. A draw, 1-1. Uh-oh. So what we saying? Next goal wins then. This is nice. That's nice from United there. The way that we played it out was nice, good. To Dallo. Dallo's playing right centre back as well. Ah, Sesko, you're doing too much, my friend. Ah, nice, Dorgu. This is a decent passage of play here. Ah, that's not good, Dorgu, bro. What was that? Ah, the move broke down with Dorgu. Ah, that's not good. All the family. And the knick-knack paddy right, give a dog a bone. Something. Rolling home. Bro, having Rashford in this game would be beneficial, can't lie. Bro, let's be real, Eddie. Having Garnacho on the bench, I'm not talking about the Garnacho that started every game last season. That was annoying. Like, I don't get why he was starting every game. Garnacho's a bench player. You bring him on for the last 10 minutes, yeah, so he can run at his defender and discombobulate the opposition's defense. That's what you do. He's a sub man. But even having that's nice from Zaxi. Look at this here. Oh, lucky Zaxi. And look what happens. Sesko has to score that. That pullback from Zaxi, beautiful. Sesko's got to score, bro. I'm not. Listen, all right. I'm not going to hold back. Sesko hasn't been good today. He has, because some of his hold up play, his touches has been good. So let's not lie and say he's had a totally bad game. But in front of goal, let's differentiate. In front of goal, yeah, today Sesko hasn't been good. Every now and again, Zax, he reminds people of his quality. And he shouldn't have to, because it's not like all the other players are reminding you of their quality all the time. It's just one rule for other players and one rule for like some players. Some players got to play at 8 out of 10 every game to justify their selection. And some players like, I don't know, like Sesko could have just average games playing up front and keep starting games. Like Garnacho was playing poor, but Garnacho was playing every game last season. All right, let's go though, guys. Let's go. Mm-hmm. Nice, Cunha. Cunha's had a good game today. He's not holding on to the ball for too long like he usually does. Ah, oh, Zaxi. That wasn't the ball. 76 minutes on the clock, guys. 1-1. To be fair, it's been a 1-1 game. It's been that kind of a game. Having Rashford in this game would be beneficial, can't lie. Yeah, just having wingers. Having wingers in our squad rather than kicking them all out would have been beneficial. If people understood and stopped being like, oh, Anthony and Rashford and all these guys are the reason why this and the reason why that and toxic, bro. Listen, we've got rid of these guys and it's probably still toxic in the changing room. Like the new group of players will make it toxic. Toxic. It's not about the people who are toxic, bruv. It's the environment. There we go. Say, oh, lucky. It's the environment. Like I could be someone who's not toxic, but as soon as I get into a certain environment, I might be hella toxic because of the culture. Sesko is too frustrating, man. I'm a better finisher, bro. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'm not gonna be afraid to talk about Sesko. I'm not. Listen. I'm not. I'm not saying. I'm not saying I'm gonna go hard at man and call him rubbish. All these things, yeah, because he's not. But we have to critique other players, bro. We still got a caveat and say give him time, all these things. But some of his finishing, or let's say his finishing so far that we've seen, he's not. He doesn't finish, yeah, anything like he's been finishing a long time. Like there are better finishers in our team that are not strikers. Like Amad Diallo is probably a better finisher than him, and he's not a striker. So it's like I think what I'm trying to say is where are these sort of specialized strikers, yeah, that are just sick finishers. That even Gyökeres, when you watch Gyökeres play football, he's just packing the ball, hitting it as hard as he can when he's finishing, smash into the top, like into the net. Where are the I grew up in an area of football where even the striker that played in a mid-table team was better than Gyökeres. The mid-table striker, the Jermaine Defoes, yeah, of this world, and even the Callum Wilson, before Callum Wilson, who's the guy who does Talk Sport, Darren Bents, the Darren Bents of this world, the Jermaine Defoes that we wouldn't have bought at Man United that were playing for mid-table clubs, right? They are better than the strikers who are now playing for top clubs. They are. They're better finishers. Oh, post. Couldn't hit the post. They're all better finishers. They're all better finishers than the current strikers now. And we wouldn't have bought them for Man United. But we kind of would. Because we bought Andy Cole. And because we bought Andy Cole, Jermaine Defoe is definitely a Man United type striker. Van Nistelrooy, we like goal poachers. We like strikers that find the bottom corner of the net, no matter where they are. Just find the bottom corner. Rooney, find the bottom corner. Berbatov, Van Nistelrooy. Sesko's not finding no bottom corner, bro. And the slotting it bottom. Like, he's not. Neither Gyökeres. These strikers, yeah, that just hit the ball so hard with their laces, and that's it. That's all they're doing. Oh, look at Xerxes' touch there, bro. Oh, I don't get why people could see stuff like that and be like, this guy can't play football. That touch from Xerxes, just the touch there to Dorgu. Even though you might say it was unnecessary, but man, the quality you have to just do that. Ref, I actually think we should have signed DCL on a free. Could have been a good option beside Sesko. Besides Sesko, listen, Eddie. This we're gonna go into the whole prem proven versus non-prem proven conversation, bro. We're gonna go through the whole summer conversation where some people wanted Mateta, some people wanted Watkins, essentially prem proven, a bags man in the Premier League, and some people said no, let's go for Sesko outside the Premier League. Difference in opinion, and we decided to go for Sesko. While Dominic Calvert-Lewin is playing for Leeds, and apparently he's got 6 goals. So this Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who everyone turned their nose up to, everybody turned their nose up to, and maybe rightfully so. You could argue we're Man United, but he's now playing for Leeds and he scored 6 goals. 6 goals playing for Leeds United. So I don't know, guys, how you want to interpret that. Eddie says we should have got Dominic Calvert-Lewin on a free. But I remember having a conversation with you guys in this chat. You guys were not on it. Dominic Calvert-Lewin on a free? Oh, on a free? He's rubbish. We got Sesko. But personally, I don't think it matters who we're gonna get, who we get. The way the manager sets up and the football that we play, I don't know if our strikers are gonna get too many goals. I think our tens, the way that I see us play, the way that the opportunities that Cunha's had and then Bumo's had, I feel like the tens get more opportunities than the striker. I feel like the striker in our system is often a focal point, holds the ball up, does the running, does all these things, and the tens run off him. And he feeds the tens. I think the tens might score more goals. Hence why I don't think it overly matters whether it's Sesko or Xerxes, because Sesko in this system is not going to score loads of goals because he's still provided for the tens. But Xerxes provides better for the tens. That's why I'm like, bro, we can play Xerxes up front in this system. Yes, he won't make the penetrative runs going the other way towards the opposition goal. He won't make those runs as much as Sesko to stretch the teams, which is, you need a gap, for the tens to operate. So you do need Sesko or a striker to run towards goal so you can drag the back line backwards and increase the space between the back line, the defensive back line, and their midfield by dragging them backwards with your striker, right? I get that. Open the spaces up a bit more, stretch the teams, But Xerxes links play, and he can feed those 2 tens, and Mbeumo and Cunha. Oh, that's not good, Martinez, man. You should get the ball down. Well done, Ugarte. We got 5 minutes left on the clock, people. Huh? Who was that to, Dorgu? Oh, that pass back was a bit. Those passes back that are not on the floor to the goalkeeper. He was free, so no. Yeah, it would have been Dominic Calvert-Lewin would have been on a free. It would have been on a free. Tim says he needed a lot of games to get his fitness back. Yeah, true. And we don't play a lot of games. We're not in Europe and stuff. But neither are Leeds. And Sesko needs a lot of games. You say DCL needs a lot of games to get his fitness back. I would say Sesko needs a lot of games to get used to the Premier League and to get his fitness back. Don't forget Sesko, when he joined, he didn't have too many games for Leipzig and he didn't even play because he wasn't ready. Uh, my body. My body. I still think Sesko's a good choice, says Eddie. Yeah, Sesko's not a bad player. We're just hoping that his clinicalness in front of goal improves. We got a striker who's 23 and he still needs developing. He's not that great in front of goal. He isn't. And that's the kind of striker that we have. But he's all round. He's more complete than Gyökeres is. Have you seen Gyökeres play football? He's hold up playing all these things. He's so messy. Sesko can sometimes look a bit clunky and clumsy. But we go Leeds here. Ooh, that I thought that was going in. I'm not gonna lie. That shot from Pirot. I think Sesko is a better all-round footballer than Gyökeres. I might trust Gyökeres in front of goal a tiny bit more than Sesko because the evidence shows that he scores loads of goals. Not based on this season, just simply based on the evidence and the data. I might trust Gyökeres more in front of goal. Other than that, I think Sesko is a better footballer than Gyökeres. We've got 2 minutes left, guys. I think how many draws? I feel like we've drawn most of the games over the last month. Haven't we? Didn't we draw? Let me see our fixtures. Didn't we draw against Villa? Let's look at our previous fixtures because we got 1 minute left, guys. And this is one of those games where I'm like, you know what? This game hasn't been great. The convo that we've been having is been better than the game. Yeah, look at our fixtures, guys. Draw against Forest, 2-2. Draw against Tottenham, 2-2. Loss against Everton, 1-0. Beat Palace. Draw against West Ham, another draw. Beat Wolves. Draw against Bournemouth. Lose against Villa. Beat Newcastle. Draw against Wolves. The same Wolves team, by the way, that we beat 4-1. We beat Wolves 4-1 in December, and then we drew, and then draw in today's game. So, how many games? The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The last 11 games, guys, how many draws? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 draws, 1 defeat, 2 defeats. The last 11 games we've played in the Premier League, we've had 6 draws out of the last 11 and 2 defeats. So it's 8. So we've only won 3 games out of the last 11. Out of the last 11 games, we've won 3. We beat Newcastle, we beat Wolves 4-1, and we beat Crystal Palace 2-1. So we've won 3 games out of the past 11. Three minutes of added time left. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It doesn't seem like anyone's gonna score. But here we go, Mainoo on the counter. But look at the Leeds players back, man. Yeah, look how quick Leeds got back. Leeds got back, yeah, in literally three seconds. And this is not Leeds. This is just football. Sesko wasn't looking. It's just like, how can any team counter now? Nice ball from Zaxi. Okay, there's still time in this game. We've got 2 minutes left. Come on, guys. Come on. Tim says we need 3 points. Tim, we needed 3 points last game too, Tim. And last game was a 1-1 draw. We needed 3 points when we lost against Villa. Oh. Just under 2 minutes left. That's nice from Leeds. Calvert-Lewin was not on the same page. Oh, Leeds on the attack. This is so messy. Look at this. Last minute. Look at everybody trying to win the game last minute. It's so frantic. And no, he's wearing the shoe. Oh, that was Heaven, actually. Sorry. Let's look at, maybe you're looking at Heaven. There you go, guys. Yeah, I heard you. I think that's it, people. 1-1, another 1-1 draw, back to back 1-1 draws. This is not one of those games I'm gonna be angry though. It's one of those games where I'm gonna say, even though I would have started Xerxes, and I still don't understand this Xerxes hate, the dislike of Xerxes and how he sees football, I'll never agree with it. But I'm always gonna say, do you know what? He doesn't have a lot of options. There are injuries, AFCON and all these things. We're not the only team, but he doesn't have a lot of options, the manager. And because I expected us to lose this game already, I didn't expect much from this game already. It's hard for me to be angry. I feel like a lot of the times now, guys, listen, I don't know. You know me. I say I'm not angry. I start speaking, and then my initial thoughts will turn into a long rant, and I'll work myself up, and I'll get angry, and then that's what happens. So I might start off not angry, and then once I start digesting, once it starts sinking in, final whistle has gone, guys. Once it starts sinking in, maybe I'm gonna get more frustrated. But look at the players. Heaven looks unhappy. Cunha scored his goal, took his goal well. Assist from Xerxes, Cunha. In the end, it wasn't enough. 1-0 draw. Listen, once again, we haven't lost. We're not picking up the 3 points, though. We've won 3 games out of the past 11 matches. 3. We're not picking up enough points. Eventually, this sort of form is going to bite us. We keep saying, but at least we're there. At least we're here or there enough. We keep saying things like, for us to get into the top 4, for us to get into the top 5, whatever, we need 35 more points from the next half of the season. We started the next half of the season. We started the second half of the season with 2 draws. Don't forget, we beat Wolves 4-1 in the first half of the season. And in the second half of the season, the reverse fixture, we drew. So we're already picking up less points from certain games in the second half of the season. We're already picking up less points than we did in the second half of the season. Leeds are 16th. They're near the bottom 3. They're near the relegation zone. Not points-wise, but position-wise. Yet, we couldn't beat them. And yet, like I said, guys, look at the table. We are 5th with 31 points. And Brentford are 10th with 27 points. There's only 4 points. And Fulham are 12th with 27 points. So between us in 5th, and Fulham in 12th, or Newcastle in 14th, who have 26 points, Between us in 5th, let's say, and Newcastle in 14th, who have 26 points, it's 4 points. A draw and a loss. And we go down to 14th. So it's tight, man. Tottenham only 2 points ahead of us. So it's like Arsenal and Man City and Villa have clearly opened a nice gap. The Villa and Man City are 3rd and they're 10 points ahead of us. Let's not. 4th is still there. It's so interesting because we're not playing well. We're not getting great results, but we're 5th. Do you know how hard it is to sort of like? This is why you need critical thinking. Do you know how hard it is to sort of like compute all of that? We're not playing great football. We've lost a lot of our players injured. The manager's not setting the team up in a way that making us really happy. We're drawing games that we should have lost. Losing games we should have won. Drawing games we should have won, should I say. And losing games we should have won. While at the same time, we're 5th, guys. It just kind of shows that as bad as we are and as inconsistent as we are this season, we've spoken about this, everyone else is. The only team or teams that are showing consistency are Manchester City and obviously now Aston Villa, who won like 11 games in a row, and Arsenal. Everyone else around us, everyone else is just inconsistent. Winning, then drawing, then losing, then drawing and winning. And that's the only reason why top 6 is still there. Because of how bad everyone else also have been. That league table is crazy. We have 31 points in 5th and Newcastle in 14th. We are 5th with 31 points and Newcastle in 14th have 26. Just 4 points less. Almost 10 places below us. So how do you discuss that with somebody? If you're Amorim in, you'll say, you'll say, listen, despite all you complaining, we are 5th in the league. We're in a European spot and we don't have our players back and we're not even playing well. And we're 5th in the league. So, and they'll just look at league position and league position only. And if you Amorim out, you'll try to contextualize. You'll say, at the end of the day, everyone's not good. The league is there for us to finish in the top 4. We're not capitalizing on our positions. When we're winning games, we're allowing teams to come back to draw games. The manager's not making the substitutions right. He's not setting us up right. Yes, we are 5th, but we're 5th because everyone else is bad. At the same time, you can also argue if the manager has made, and the players actually did their job, some of these games we drew, we would have won those games. And if we had won the games, the Tottenham game, for instance, and some others, we wouldn't even be in 5th. We could be in 4th or 3rd. Maybe. But then the Amorim inners will say, so, but what did you predict at the start of the season? And then Amorim outers will say, 6th. And then they'll say, okay, so you predicted 6th, and you're now in 5th. So you're now doing better than you predicted. So why are you crying? So I get the arguments. I get all of these arguments. I can lay out to you guys every single argument from someone who's Amorim in and every single argument from Amorim out. That's why I'll say to you guys, this channel's not an Amorim in channel, it's an Amorim out channel. I will even though I don't agree, I will understand the perspective. I will understand where it's coming from and I will understand the logic that is used, the reasoning that is used to get to that logical conclusion. Even if I don't agree. Very interesting game. We didn't lose, and it is a away game to Leeds with players who are out, either injured or at AFCON. So you can spin this in a more positive. You can actually spin this in a more positive way. You can, as well as talk about it in a negative way. We didn't play well. Zexi should have started. All these things. So I don't know. Let me see what the chat is saying. How are you guys looking at this game? Um, Eddie says he needs to be the understudy, need 3 points. Guys, thank you for everything, says Ivan. I'm retiring as a football fan. No, Ivan, you can't retire as a football fan, bro. I'm choosing ice hockey this year. See you on the other side. Don't suffer. Nah, Ivan, we can't lose Ivan. Ivan, be strong. The force is strong with you, Ivan. Keep the faith. Keep the faith that this Man United religion. You ain't going nowhere, bro. Man United have a vice on your brain. They have a vice on your emotions, and you'll be back. You'll be back. Shivam in the chat, another shit show from Amorim's United. He is below mediocre, and so is his team. I need the sack immediately or sign someone. See, Shivam, I'm the one now trying to be positive. I know this might sound annoying to you guys. Now, of all times, Wizzy's trying to be positive. But I'm going to try to spin this because I'm tired, guys, of being negative. I can't always be negative. Sometimes it's just draining. I can sit here and I can cast you. You guys have heard me rant, but sometimes I'm just like, do you know what? Today, maybe not today. I've done my ranting about this manager. I've said what I needed to say. I'll be like a broken record at this point, guys. And you guys know my standpoint. So it is what it is. Shivam says 20 games and 31 points with +4 goal difference. Is that progress? I guess overall the quality has dropped in the Premier League apart from the top. That's it, Shivam. The quality of the teams around the top 2 or 3 have dropped dramatically. We're all looking the same. We can all beat each other. We can all lose to each other. The convergence of the levels in terms of in the Premier League are interesting. It's about athleticism now. Look at the way the Arsenal play. They're just athletes. The way that people are pairing over Declan Rice. Declan Rice is techie, but he's not that techie. It's because Declan Rice never stops running. He just never stops running. This league has become, and Arteta understood it. Hence why he was only signing players over 6 foot tall that could run fast. Arteta's Arsenal team don't get bullied by anybody these days. Not really. Not really. So yeah, the teams underneath the top 3, we all look similar. There's not a big gap. Shivam says shit players, zero tactics, keep passing the ball at the back. Tim says another draw. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, guys. Big up federal RICO charges. Today I seen why this manager is delusional. Guys, I could sit here today and talk about the fact that he didn't start Xerxes and the fact that Xerxes came on the pitch and made us look better. I can talk about his formation and him sticking with that formation, him sticking with that system, and it's still not. We've seen him adopt different approaches in the game, like a 4-3-3. We've seen him adopt that during the game, so we know he can change it up. And you'd think that with less players available, he might do something different, but he's sticking to his system. He started Dorgu in a right 10. Patrick Dorgu. See, this is what I'm saying. You want to get me worked up. The more I think about things, I can feel the rant coming now. And I said I was going to be positive. But Patrick Dorgu, I'm not even having to go at Patrick Dorgu himself. He didn't select himself to be number 10. The manager said, Patrick, you're playing 10. And the manager says you're playing 10, you can't go and knock at his door and say, sorry, boss, I don't want to. That doesn't exist in football. That's not a concept that even exists. So that means you're playing 10. So he did what he could do in that position, and he wasn't the worst. But come on, you got Xerxes there, guys. You literally got Xerxes there, and when Xerxes came on, he changed the game, and as usual. And when he was on the pitch, he was the only one who looked like he was going to do something. In the last game, we drew the last game 1-0, and the only person he scored was Xerxes, and he took him off at half time. He's sabotaging himself, the manager. His hate for Xerxes, his hate for Kobe Mainoo, his hatred for technical ballers, because let's get it straight. Those two are the technical ballers in our squad. Because of their pace or whatever it is, it's a blind spot. It's a blind spot. So yes, another draw. People are waking up. People are seeing, but at the same time, guys, I keep saying it's. I think it's. I have to understand why people also want to keep him. I have to understand, and as well as people saying it's not progress, we're fifth in the league. We are fifth. Fifth in the league, guys. We're fifth. We're in the top six. It, we're in the top six, guys. We're in the top six. Chelsea and Man United have won the same amount of games, guys. Federal Rico Charges says, bro, we are playing with 8 defensive players. Ugarte, Casemiro, Martinez. Yeah, I speak about this all the time, Federal Rico Charges. Like I said, I'll sound like a broken record now. I spoke about this last season. I said, this system, this wingback system only works if you've got attacking players at wingback. There's no reason that you play 3 at the back and your spare man. In this system, your spare man is the defender. Your spare man is one of the defenders. That's why the 3 defenders keep passing the ball to each other. Martinez to Shaw to Euro to whoever's playing at centre back. They keep passing the ball to each other. One of those centre backs, yeah, should be changed for a midfielder, so we can play 3 in the midfield. We don't need 5 at the back. We actually absolutely don't. My issue with this system is that this system overloads defense. You play a system like this, right? When you walk into a team and you see that the team or the squad is lopsided, when you see that you've got a Cucurella or a fullback that's very attacking, yeah, and you've got hell of defenders like that Chelsea team that Tuchel walked into, then you play 5 at the back because the players that you have warrant a 5 at the back system. So you go, cool, I've got loads of defenders, hardly any attackers, I'm going to play 5 at the back. You don't walk into a team and see loads of attackers and say, I don't care what players I have, I'm going to shoehorn them into my system. That's strange to me. I'm a believer in adapting to your system slowly, i.e., this year we'll play like this, then next year, not bam, my system. If you don't fit in, you sink or swim, drown or not drown. You don't do that. You transition. You transition into it. You don't come in and blow things up. You transition, and we didn't transition. We didn't go, cool, we're gonna play this way, and then play this way, then play that, then eventually get to the 3-5 or 3-4-2-1. We didn't do that. We went, cool, day 1, 3-4-2-1, Garnacho, Rashford, number 10s, play this way, new system, boom, go. I feel like the 5 at the back system or the wing back system is a system that you use for like a season because you have so many defensive players. It's not a system that you play for 5-10 years constantly non-stop. Nobody's ever done that. I don't think it is personally sustainable, this way of football. I don't care how long Sporting have played in Portuguese league. This is not a Portuguese league. But I'm not going to say anything more negative. That's the negatives out of the way, guys. We didn't play well today, but we didn't play the worst either. I've seen us play worse than this today. Some of the little moves, some of the passes we had, some of the times were decent, some decent moves. Very congested in the middle of the park. Didn't do enough in the wide positions. I thought the wide positions were probably the best way to go. But even if we got some crosses in, and I know a lot of you guys talk about crosses into the box, but we have seen that Sesko is not that good at heading the ball. He isn't. He's not the greatest. So how many crosses do we need for Sesko to score a header? We don't put crosses in the box anyway, but if we did, would he score? I don't know. So we just didn't do enough to win the game today. And I think a draw is a fair result. The players, I don't see the players down in tools. I don't see any players not trying. So anyone who's going to come for the players today and say this and that, you can say the players genuinely aren't good enough. That's fair. But you can't say the players didn't try today. They ran and ran and ran their socks off. The manager, once again, needs to take a look at himself. The Xerxes situation, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. For me, if you don't have a right 10, Don't play Dorgu there. Play Dorgu wide. Don't play Dorgu inside. Play Dorgu wide. Play a 4-4-2. Why not play a 4-4-2? Why not play Cunha behind Sesko? And Cunha will join the midfield and make it a midfield 3. Cunha can play as a 10. And play Dorgu right wing back. Play Dallo. Sorry, play Dorgu on the right wing and play Dallo right back. Why not play a 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1? It's the fact that the system has to dictate everything. The system is God. And I don't know. I need the players to be God. I need the players to be more important than the system. Because no matter what system you use, the players are there on the pitch. I don't like these kinky managers, these quirky little kinky managers that think that they invented football, that come with their systems like 3-4-2-1, yeah, and they think their intelligence and their approach is God, is more important than the actual footballers on the pitch. Bro, Fergie never thought that way. Fergie changed his system not because he's this system is God. He changed his system to accommodate Rooney, Ronaldo, and Tevez, bro. He said, I've got now 3 strikers that are bad boys. Bad boy strikers. Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez. Fuck the 4-4-2. Fuck it. I'm now going to play 4-3-3. Carlos Queiroz, you Portuguese genius, come over here and coach the 4-3-3. Rene Mulstein, sit back a little bit. Carlos Queiroz, come here, coach the 4-3-3 with you Portuguese genius. Also, bring over Nani, bring over Anderson, you Portuguese genius. Coach this for my... Bro, that's what you do. These young 39-year-old managers with their little 25-year-old coaching staffs think they invented football with their little quirky, kinky systems. It's not new, bro. It's not new. It's not new. But see, this is what I'm saying. I don't want to rant, guys. I want to be positive. I want to be positive. I want to be positive. I want to be. Because you guys know I'm Amorim out already, so I don't need to flood your eardrums. Because a lot of you guys are not happy. So I don't know if I need to flood your eardrums with all of this stuff. I really don't. But I feel like we all need to just get it. I know something's in your system. Just get it out. Get your anger out. You know, get your therapy session out, and then carry on about your day. Vent. This is time for venting. This is the place to vent. If you're pissed off, be pissed off. It's okay. But if you're more conscious of the situation, if you want to contextualize things, AFCON, injuries, all of these things, give the benefit of the doubt, say that he's 5th, we're still in the European positions, even without all of our best players who are going to come back in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. Bruno's going to be back, all these things. Then I see that perspective as well, guys. I see that perspective, that little twinkle in your eye, that hope, the hopium. I see it, and I want it, and I want to be balanced. I want to be balanced, guys. Still, I'm out. I'm checking. I'm like, no, I want to be. TK in the building, Federal Week. No, the chat is popping. Let me see what you guys. All right, let me try to keep up with the chat a little bit, man. We got Rasta as well, bro. Let me try what you man are saying in the chat. Zaxi gave us that point. Tim is like, enjoy the rest of your day. Big up, Timmy. Timmy. Why are we crying? The players are not there. When everyone was present, we still were shit. Guess nothing is wrong except the tactics and starting 8 defensive players out of 10. People are waking up to this manager's... You got to wake up to the manager's mentality now, guys. Last season, he played Mazraoui and Dallo as wing backs, defenders. This season, apart from Ahmad, he's doing something like... But at the same time, if he does have an Ahmad, he will play an Ahmad. He will play an Ahmad if he does have one. But his defensiveness and his defensive approach is anti-United. But TK, big up TK. What did I miss? TK, you didn't miss anything. We didn't lose. We didn't lose, TK, which is good. And as I said, TK, I'm trying to be balanced. As much as I'm frustrated, we didn't lose. And I don't know, TK, you let me know, actually.
I'm not gonna say nothing. You let me know. You go watch the match, guy. TK. I don't feel we need new manager chaos right now. All right, Tim. There you go. That's what I needed. I needed someone to have a different opinion than me. Tim's like, we don't need a new manager chaos right now. Let's ride it to the end of the season then. Let's ride it. Give this guy a full season and see what happens. Federal Rico Charger says, bro, I hate Dorgu, absolutely. I don't think Dorgu is shy. I feel like what you're seeing, Federico charges, if I may, what you're seeing is what happens when you put Gary Neville as a striker. You know when someone's a defender, and that's what they are, and you're literally calling a man shit because he's been played as a striker, and he's a defender. Like, if you put Lenny Euro as a 10, what do you think you're going to see? Patrick Dorgu starts every game for Denmark. He's one of their best players. If Patrick Dorgu was a left back, that's what he is. He is a fullback. He's not a wing back. He's not attacking. He's a fullback. If he was just playing in his position, like most of these players, no player is playing in their position. Not Cunha, not Ahmad, not Mbumo. Sesko would prefer to be a second striker, not the main striker. No player in this team is playing in their position. Do you know why? Because no one in this team has ever played with a 3-4-2-1 except maybe Cunha. So every single one of these players are playing that position. Every single one, if you understand that. Dorgu is a fullback. He played as a fullback for his previous club, and now he's been asked to play in it as an attacker. He's not an attacker, bro. Federal Rico charges. He's not. So it's hard for me to say he's crap when he's been asked to be an attacker when he's actually just a defender. But that being said, Federal, his output for me needs to be better. But then again, Dallow's output from wingback. What's Dallow's output from fullback? Oh, sorry, wingback. Is it that better than? I want to see Dallow's output compared to Dorgu's output from wingback. But yeah, Dorgu should have never been in a 10, bro. I blame the manager for that more than anything. I'm about to rewatch the match or watch the match now. No way I was going to get up at 4:30. Bro, TK, I'm glad you did that, bro. T Kizzle, I'm so happy for you because you need to start using your time more wisely, bro. Getting up at flipping 4:30 to watch this. No, TK. Stop. Don't do this to yourself. We need you part of the community. Don't get twisted. We need you. We need your input. We need your input a lot, but you don't need to flipping. Yeah, maple course, man. I got my little tin of maple syrup here. Tea Kizzle. Don't know. I can't see myself, but I know it's. Hopefully, I'm showing it. But yeah, food's got cold a little bit, but I'm gonna warm it up in a minute. I am hungry. Turkish says the chat has been more interesting than the game. Yeah, but we went off on one. We were talking about men and women and the adolescence movie, the show, and the chat was just chatting about anything, bro. How I hope we lose. We need to reach rock bottom. Do you know? Yeah, a lot of people, Federal Rico Charger, will say that you're not a real fan if you want. It's like your child. You want your child to be hit rock bottom, to be punished, so they can. You know what? You need someone to just feel something for them to learn a lesson. Like, don't touch the stove. Don't touch the stove. Oh, you want to keep touching the stove? You want to keep touching? Okay. I told you, don't touch the stove. Listen. Sometimes you need to experience something one time, and then you'll never do it again. Now you know how hot it is, little kid. Are you gonna touch the stove again? No. All right. Sometimes, yeah, you need to tear the house down, completely tear the house down to rebuild it. Sometimes you want to be like, oh, let's rebuild this wall, and then rebuild that wall. Then dig out this foundation in the corner there. Let's dig out the foundation in that little corner there, but no. Sometimes knock it all down. Sometimes knock it all down and start again. Start fresh. A fresh canvas to work with. Sometimes when you're painting a picture, rather than go, oh, I need to rub this out old. Sometimes start again. Yeah? So I get that mentality, Federal Rico charges. However, I know some people would call you a fake fan. You want Man United to lose. You actually want them to lose so they can hit rock bottom. You're a fake fan. So also understand that argument against you, Federal Rico charges, for that type of thought process that you just had. But I get it. I get the idea behind it. TK says, I see the lineup now and I see we only made one sub, Euro off for Xerxes. Yep, TK. Xerxes came on, and as you can see from the chat, TK, Xerxes came on and changed the game, bro. He changed the game. So that's why a lot of people are just frustrated as well. Atro, big up Atro in the building. Atro in the building, children, and Rasta Stocks as well. I see Rasta Stocks. Big up my fellow Rasta man. Wow, man. Big up Chosen in the chat. Big up, man. What I'm saying, man. Looking at the bench, this was the weakest 11 plus bench I am seeing in the last 3 seasons. Man, we are thin. But we are thin by design. We are one of the richest institutions in the world. If we are this thin, it's because we wanted to be this thin. We kept getting told about we only one competition. We're only playing once a week. We don't need a big squad. The manager doesn't need it. We were told all of this summer, and now we're crying that we got a thin squad. I hate when the people above you do things, create the scenario, and then cry about the scenario. That's like government stuff. Government do these things all the time. They create a situation, and then they blame the situation that they created. Federico Charger says it's over for him. Let's bring in another manager to ruin his career. Atro says, agreed. He is not the best, but I think he can learn heading and anticipation. That's with regards to Sesko. Yeah, he needs to improve that. But my thing about Sesko being a developmental player is that Sesko is already 23. He's going to be 24. I feel like, do you know what annoys me? And I'm only talking about Mason Greenwood as a talent, nothing else. I'm not talking about what he did in his personal life. Let's keep that out, yeah. Mason Greenwood, yeah, at age 16 is better than Benjamin Sesko is now at age 23. Just as a footballer. Let that sink in. Let it sink in that regardless, and I'm not talking about what he did, Mason Greenwood is right now one of the top 5, in my opinion, strikers in the world. Forwards, maybe. I said, yeah, by the time Mason Greenwood turns 26, if he didn't do what he did, he'll be in Ballon d'Or conversations. And yet we're here trying to squeeze things out of Xerxes and Sesko. How far have we fallen? Remember Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood. Remember that front 3 for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when Ole finished 2nd. Did he finish 2nd or 3rd? I think he finished 2nd in the league with that front 3. Oh, that season when like everyone was getting 15, when Mason Greenwood got 15 GA, Martial got 15 GA, Rashford, that and now look at us, Sesko, and I don't know, man. Rasta says it was a dead match. Yeah, bro, it wasn't good at all, bro. It wasn't good at all. Atro, what's Atro saying? Hold on, let me. Yeah, Turkish. The chat has been recommending women. It's not interesting. He doesn't like Xerxes, period, says Atro. Yeah. And you know them ones where Atro, I'm always trying to understand why. I feel like, cool, Xerxes doesn't give you that speed and the penetrating runs towards goal. He doesn't run towards goal. He's a false 9. He doesn't want to play with a false 9. His system dictates everything. His system is God. His system, the Gyökeres striker, the Gyökeres type striker, he needs those penetrative runs. He needs you to stretch the team so you create spaces for the 10s. I think that's his brain. What I'm saying is this. You can play with a false 9 and have the 10s run off you like the Brandon Bumos. You can play. I've said this and I keep saying this. The best teams in the world over the last 5 years, all of them have played with a false 9. The Real Madrid team that I think won the Champions League, was it last year or the year before? Played with Jude Bellingham. A Jude Bellingham false 9, right? They played with split strikers. Vinny and Rodrigo and Bellingham doing a box crashing. The best teams in the world, factually, this is not opinion, this is a chosen wisdom football giving you a bit of insight, guys, all play with a Xerxes type false 9. Bayern Munich, yeah, play with Harry Kane, who has less legs than Joshua Zirkzee. He has less legs and he's less mobile than Joshua Zirkzee. He drops deeper than Joshua Zirkzee. Yeah. He's technically, right now, at his stage of his career, Harry Kane, a false 9. Bayern Munich play with a false 9 striker. Arsenal play their best football without Gyökeres, with the likes of Havertz and stuff roaming around as a false 9 striker. This is just a fact, guys. Our manager hates modern football and how it's played, essentially. That is it. It was a dead match. I can bring back Jota in exchange for this whole squad. Oh no, the weekly charges. Yeah, it was a dead game. Very dead game. Atro says, nah, I don't mind the negativity. We are not cooking with this manager. We burn in the kitchen. The manager's burning down the kitchen, bro. Trying to cook some simple flipping toast. That's all we want, bro. Some toast. Cook the bread. Because we can't cook toast, because toast is cooked bread. Bread is already cooked. But you know. Where's toast? Toast is burnt bread. Where's toast, actually? Where's toast? Is toast cooked bread? Because you can't. Bread's already like. Is it burnt bread? Slightly. I guess the toast describes what it is, but all we want man to do is toast. Man's better in the kitchen. Make me a toast. Get me a toast and put butter in it. Man put the butter on the bread before he put it in the toaster and burnt down the kitchen. That's what Amorim is doing, bro. Just go to the 4-3-3. Do something simple. Everyone likes it. Everyone knows how to play it. We win games. No. I'm gonna give you the toast in a special way. I'm gonna give you the 4-2. I'm gonna give you the 3-4-2 toast. I'm gonna put butter on the bread and I'm gonna put it in the heater. I'm gonna make the butter drip on the thing, and that's how the fire's gonna start. Anyway, L Smith 119. L Smithy. Somebody new jumping in. Man United is not Man United like before. L Smith, I sincerely agree with you. Football isn't like football like it was before. There's 100 things I could say in response to that, L Smith, but we will be here for 2 hours. 2 hours if I respond about football and how it's changed. So let's not even get Man United and how Man United have changed. So let's not even get into that. It was a 8-1-1. That was the formation today. An 8-1-1. We are drowning in draws, says Acho. Big up Acho, man. Acho's coming in. He's proper leading the conversations right now. Xavi available. Carrick as interim. Either way, guys, we need to recruit. We're not going to do anything in January, but summertime we have to recruit. We've shown how thin we are. We've seen how thin we are. And as thin as we are, we're 5th. So let's say, yeah, with this squad, we finish in top 6 and we qualify for Europe. And we get Baleba and Adam Wharton and another. Not Adam Wharton. I don't think we're going to get Wharton. But we get Baleba and 1 or 2 other players. I'm just saying, let me just introduce a little bit of positivity. Sprinkle. Dogu has played wing, but yeah, he. I just realized the first game this manager has not subbed on a defender. Oh, that's true. That's true. We only made 1 sub and it was an attacking change. He did not sub on a defender. To be fair, I don't see many defenders on the bench. So I don't know if I want to give him too much credit. Maybe that option was taken from him because he started Lenny Euro today rather than being on the bench. So he didn't really have too many defenders to bring on, which is going back to TK's and other people's thoughts where the squad is thin And we are angry and frustrated, but we always need to contextualize things. So it is what it is. Dallo is a menace. Nah, he is. He is. Xavi will not risk coming to a banter club with toxic management, said federal RICO charges. TK says, given how thin we are with players' availability and seeing our bench looking like a under 21 mix, Amorim is keeping the ship with holes afloat with straws. There you go, guys. Sometimes we need a different perspective, like I keep saying, to get our head out of the water. Because that's what I keep saying. Like, even though I'm frustrated, we have to also contextualize the thinness of the squad. We have to think about that. We have to include that. So thank you for TK. L Smith, I want to win, but I don't want to lose. Well, like most of us, I guess. I'm good with an away draw for now. There you go. An away draw against Leeds, a rivalry in our current situation. Is it overly a bad thing? Especially when you see Man City drawing against, is it Sunderland? And all these things. I don't know, guys. Like I said, different perspectives, people. Different perspectives. I'm liking this. I do like this. We all have... The thing is, as long as we understand where we're coming from, and as long as I laid out the two perspectives, Amorim in and Amorim out, and I feel like they're both... Even though I've got my own stance, I can listen to both. I can listen to both. But yeah. Sometimes Federico Charges says sometimes you have to lose what you have to gain what you don't have. We're talking about philosophy now. We're talking about life. Federico Charges is talking some deepness about life now. Sometimes that is the way. That is the way. What? Who says that? Is that the Mandalorian? Yeah, the Mandalorian. This is the way. Don't the Mandalorian say that? This is the way. And then there's some aliens in the Mandalorian that say, after they speak, they say, I have spoken. I'm just going off on one. You watch the Mandalorian TV series. This is the way. I'm pretty sure they say that. This is the way. And there's a bunch of alien people, alien race that they speak, yeah. And after they speak, yeah, they finish. Rather than saying full stop, yeah, they say their sentence like, I love cats. I have spoken. To show that they finished speaking. I have spoken. Anyway, back on topic. The ADHD is powerful, you know. That's some powerful ADHD that I have, you know. We are not cooking with everyone here when there was a fixture congestion. That's actual different perspectives, people. As long as we keep it nice, we can argue, but keep it nice. I hear that Amorim does not want to play with a false nine, but the irony, he started his system with a false nine and changed. He can do it, but he doesn't. I think we can play with a false nine, but I'm just looking at Xerxes thinking, what else? His mobility, his speed, Xerxes' speed. Because I used to think about Xerxes shooting, but he uses his side foot to shoot, but I also got told by Dallo, when I see interviews by people who's got the hardest shot in training, I'm told Xerxes has the hardest shot in training. I think Xerxes can shoot, but his shooting technique is just weird. Most strikers now, like I said, Gyökeres and these guys, they lace it, they smack it. Xerxes side foots it like he's Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud, yeah. Reason why Ruud didn't score any goals from outside the box, yeah, is because Ruud van Nistelrooy didn't hit the ball very hard. He's an 8-yard finisher, just side foot, bottom corner. That's what he is. But yeah, I think we can play all the biggest teams, all the best teams. Like I said, the Madrid team that won recently the Champions League played the Bellingham false nine with Rodri and Vinny, and then now Mbappe's here. They can't win the Champions League. Like, I'm not saying they won't win. They probably still win, but PSG false 9 team, Liverpool false 9 team, the Man City false 9 teams, the current Arsenal false 9 team, the Bayern Munich current false 9. The false 9 teams in the world, yeah, are the best teams in the world, essentially. Sesko, yeah, facts. The best teams are running a false 9. PSG did it, Bayern do it, Madrid 2002 did it, false 9. Yeah, Sesko does worry me about his hair more than Sesko does worry about his hair more than producing goals. Yeah, you know me, guys. I don't want to be a hypocrite. So the same way that I'm like, let me give Dorgu 6 months, let me give Dorgu a year, let me give Sesko a year. When it comes to new players, I try to be consistent. That's why so far I don't feel like I've been hard on Sesko, but it's coming, guys. I can feel it because the problem is the more people have a go at Xerxes for producing more than Sesko in less time than Sesko, the more I'm gonna have to start looking at Sesko because one person is getting away with murder and being held to a totally different standard than another striker. So the more that happens, I reckon the more I'm going to start looking at Sesko when I feel like the comparisons and the judgments are not consistent for both of them. I've also watched enough of Sesko. He just can't hit the target. Remember McGinn goal yesterday? It was the same. He had the easiest chance of all to score and make it 2-1. Yeah, Sesko should have scored. He should have scored. He should have. So no killer instincts, poor finishing. Yeah. Drawing to Leeds is a bad thing. Man City are in a title charge. Man United are mid-table battling, says Atro. TK said an away draw against Leeds side that is unbeaten in 8 straight now. Take the point and move on, lads. Rejoice that it's not a loss. See, TK's contextualize it. Leeds haven't lost a game in 8 matches. We are playing rubbish. And we're away from home against Leeds. We didn't lose. We drew. So I think this is where I'm at. Yeah, I'm annoyed as a lot of you guys. I'm as angry as a lot of you guys with the overall situation. But this match specifically, and reacting to this match alone, I'm not as frustrated because of the limitations that the manager has right now. I'm still frustrated. I'm like right now 60-40. I'm 40% on TK's side. Like I'm factoring all the limitations, while 60% of me is still saying this is not good enough. So I'm not just one thing. I'm understanding both, and I'm combining them to contextualize the whole thing, rather than air him out because he's just 100% rubbish and all the players are the best players in the world. No, that's not true. It's not so absolute. The players are not good enough either. So it's just hard to portray nuance. When you're angry about one thing and talk about one thing all the time, it makes you feel like it's just one thing. No, it's nuance. But right now, I'm not mentioning Ineos. Right now, I'm not mentioning the Glazers. But we all know that they are the main reasons why we're in this situation. But because I don't mention them, doesn't mean they're not a factor in this whole shit show. So big up everybody. Big up the chat, the community. This is good conversation. I feel like, yeah, the way that we converse, yeah, about football on this channel, yeah, is deeper, which is the whole point of the channel, actually, to be fair, than how a lot of other people converse about football. There's no space for this kind of conversations, guys, and in other channels and other chats. There isn't. And I can talk deep while you guys banter. I'll be saying something deep, and then Ivan will come in or TK will come in and say something funny. It's not always like this. Sometimes convos are funny. And that's what I like about this chat. The match was not good, but the chat was good. And the chat saved the 2 hours. And long may it continue. Long may the community save us. Save us during these dark times. During these dark times. Because I think in the better times, when we're all winning stuff, and we're still here, let's say in a year, two years time, It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious when we start winning as a community. It's going to be fun. Yeah. So big up everybody. We didn't win today, but like the previous game, it feels like a loss. We actually drew the previous game and we drew this game, but both games feel like losses. The mood in the fan base isn't great, and it's not going to change with this result or performance. So big up the chat. Big up everyone who joined in, who jumped out. Don't forget, this is a new channel, but as you all can see, it is growing slowly. We are, as a community, growing, and you guys are in charge of this shit. Not me. You guys run it. TK runs it. Federico, Shivam, you man run this thing. So big up you, man. And ladies as well. I always got to, remember, there are some ladies in the chat as well, guys. So when we do have conversations, always understand there are a few ladies. You know me, I will attract the ladies. There'll be a few ladies in the chat. We're not anti-women here. In fact, we might hopefully have more women than most channels once we, continue to grow. So big up everybody in the chat. Shivam, Federal, TK, Turkish, of course, Atro. You guys we haven't seen for a while, like I said, Jerry and certain guys that I remember a few months ago that I haven't seen in a while. Rasta, big up Rasta, man. Keep coming true, Rasta, man. Tim, one of the regulars. Big up Tim. Eddie, of course, Eddie. But Eddie's that guy, man. I like Eddie, man. Eddie. Ivan, of course, Ivan. Big up Ivan, man. Ivan's a funny guy, man. Big up Ivan. Big up the community. Big up the regulars, bro. And L, a new face. L in the chat. Big up the chat, man. The chat is popping, bro. Big up the chat all day, man. This is what it is, bro. Community. We ride like bad boys. We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life. That is some cheesy shit, man. I feel like I reached an age in my life where I can be cheesy. Not only like a teenager and you can't be cheesy. Oh man, this is cheesy. You gotta be slick, bro. I'm approaching my late 30s, bro. I'm an old man, bro. Let the cheese flow. Let the cheese flow. So big up the chat, big up Chosen and the chat, the real man of the match of today. Yeah, the chat is the man of the match. Listen, we could probably start a football club. And also, I know a lot of you guys are from all over the gaff. So we're gonna have to sort out some sort of like, what do you say we can do? Flags and stuff? Give people flags, people to say where they're from, where they're calling in from, where they're logging in from. I know I got people from India, Canada, obviously TK, Hungary, New Zealand, Jamaica here. We got people from all over the gaff. Kenya. Where are my Africans actually? Where are my Kenyans and Ugandans up in here, bro? Nigerians as well. Where are you lot, man? A few people from India as well in the chat. Apparently, Shivam. I haven't seen the post-match interview, Shivs. Amorim is fired up. He's shouting. Oh, snap. You guys are gassing. Shivam, are you gassing me up? Are you man saying Amorim? Guys, I don't want to. Should I watch the press conference while I'm live? Should I watch a press conference? Cause I'm about to log off. Literally about to log off, people. Is he saying crazy things, Shivam? I'm the manager of Manchester United, not the coach, and it's going to be like what? Let me see what's happening, Shivam. You are hyping it up, Shivs. Where can I find it? It won't be online yet. Will it? Snap. You're right. Maybe you're right. But let me. Why didn't we see it? Why wasn't it on screen? All right. Let me see if I can rewind. I can't. Yeah. No, I missed the interview. Oh, you can. Okay, maybe I can see it. Yeah, I don't remember him. When was he on screen? Oh yeah, for real. I know. I don't remember even Amram coming out. When did he come out and speak? Oh no, I can't find it. What the hell's going on? 36. No, I can't find the interview. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's weird. It's weird because I can't find. I didn't see him on screen, but apparently he was on screen somehow. Even though I didn't see him, and my eyes were open, and then we went through the thing, and he wasn't there. So there we go. It's been up. It's been uploaded. So let's hear what this guy has to say before we come off screen. All right, let's hear. He says we played well.
We show against Wolverhampton, and that is also important when you prepare the next week.
He says we had control in the game.
We show in the last game. I think we controlled quite well the team of Leeds, the team that is really strong on set pieces on second balls.
He said we controlled them quite well.
I think we controlled well. We have our opportunities to win the game.
We had opportunities to win the game. He's also said this, which is true. Sesko could have scored.
We are controlling the game.
He says controlling the game about 5 times now.
But we managed to get back to the game. Last year would be completely different.
He said last year it would have been different. We wouldn't have control of this game last year. Bro, you finished 15th last year. You can't do this.
You're having to use so many young players. Do you almost have to accept that mistakes will be made, like with the goal you can see it?
Of course, if you look at Aiden and Lenny,
He's asked about young players and young players making mistakes.
If you play so well during 90 minutes, you have a mistakes that can happen with Aiden or with Harry Maguire. That is really experienced. That things are going to happen.
Oh, it's not the interview that he done straight after. It's the post-match press conference. Oh, the post-match press conference interview. Yeah, don't forget to like the video, guys. Yo, Kenya. Yeah, listen, I need to go to Kenya, bro. Big up Kenya in the chat all day, bro. Big up Africa, man. We repping AFCON here. Oh, all right. So it's 6 minutes though. No, it's not. Wait, hold on. It's live. All right, it's only a couple of minutes. All right, guys. I'm gonna stay live for literally a couple more minutes just so I can listen to Amorim's post-match press conference. I'll try to turn it up to see if you guys can also hear it. Can you guys hear it? Maybe I should listen to it on the phone. It's better actually. Let me get on my phone and put it in the it's on YouTube, isn't it? And get it on the I mean, we could even put it on screen. Well, actually, it's on YouTube, so you can put it out. We can even put it on screen right now. But let me get on my phone. Mm. He's scratching his neck. He's doing this. He's doing his neck scratching, which means he's nervous, guys. Let's just quickly hear what he's got to say, and then we can end the stream. Yeah, people, if you can hear. No.
I think we did well. We improved a lot of things that compared to the last game. We controlled quite well the aggressivity of the offensive from Leeds. We controlled well 1-against-1. A really good environment, a really funny environment. It did well. We controlled more the possession, the connection, the position of the players. I think they were in the better positions to play, and that can show in the way we played. We had more chances than the opponent to score, but we need to now to think about the next one. In terms of Josh,
Zach saying Cunha and how important they are.
it's really important. I think Ben improved in the connection today. Josh, the 20 minutes that he played, he was active. He was creating chances, creating spaces for us. So it's important. Also, Mainoo play better today and help the team also to create chances. So was better than last week. You made the decision in summer when Rasmus his goals are not. Could you just explain what he's bringing to the team? Because first of all,
That's an interesting question. He started off. I know who this is. Who's asking the question? He's saying that you sold Rasmus and you bought in Sesko, and Sesko essentially sort of missed chances. Can you explain what he brings to the team? That's an interesting question, and I will say this: he didn't score loads of goals either. Hoyland. But I know some people are trying to reimagine Hoyland as some sort of prolific goal scorer. I'm like, oh, if we had Hoyland. No, Hoyland wasn't good.
miss the chances he's missing is always there. And that is the first step. He's really aggressive when the ball goes to the side. He's really aggressive when he has to.
That's what he liked.
fight for the
Aggression.
ball.
Aggressive.
Of course, when you look at the game of a striker, if you miss chances, they will say that the player did everything wrong. I don't agree. I think he's in the right position. He just need to score one, and then all the weight that he has on top of him is going to disappear, and he's going to be better.
Okay. We score one, and then the weight will disappear.
Inability to let down or short to get the ball so quickly. The players are not finding out his position.
He's talking about the players servicing Sesko, not finding the Sesko quick enough. So the next question is about, is it the players' fault not finding Sesko? The first question was about the Sesko not good enough. Second question now is about Wagwan with the service. There you go. Thanks, Service.
I think we did. If you tell me that in the different game today, no, we need to have possessions, especially in this kind of environment. If we are losing the ball all the time, if we are trying to be the team that we was in the past with a lot of transitions all the time, we don't want to play like that. We want to prepare better the way we played. We play better than compared to the last week, and we were talking 2 seconds ago about the chances that Ben had. So we are creating chances for Ben. He just need to score one, and then all the weight is going to it's going to be
Come
easy
off his
for
shoulders.
him. So we are creating chances for the strikers.
I will say, guys, I see why people like him. If you listen to the way he speaks, even after this loss, not always. Sometimes he can come out and say, I hit the players. Sometimes he's had mad interviews. I thought this interview was going to be crazy the way Shivam. Maybe it will get crazy. But so far, he said kind of some of the things that you wanted him to say, and he's coming across all right. Okay.
Sorry, and again, do you feel like there's been an upgrade on the player that went out as Simon to bring in Benjamin?
Is the characteristics of the player. Ben is completely different.
This is crazy. They're on this Hoyland agenda. Once again, he's asked, has there been an upgrade? All they're seeing, these guys who don't understand football, by the way, is just output. And yeah, we also talk about output and we compare his output to Zexy's, whatever. But we also can see that as fundamentally, Sesko is a better footballer than Hoyland. Hold the ball up better, combinations, his first touch is better, his passing is better. Maybe in front of goal, Hoyland has spent more time in the Premier League, 2 years in the Premier League now. So he's got used to certain things. Right? But this is an interesting question. Let's see. I think this is a question where I reckon he might start getting a bit frustrated.
From Rasmus had this moment.
There we go.
To bring in Benjamin.
Is the characteristics of the player. Ben is completely different.
Yeah.
From Rasmus had this moment here. He move on. We bring Sesko. He will try to Sesko to score goals. Of course, he needs to. The pressure of being the striker for Manchester United. He's doing the right things. He needs to improve the last moment. That is the most important moment because he did things that he did well today. He just needs to score one.
Hi, Ruben. Josh's impact coming off the bench there. We're not seeing a lot of that time this season by making it back off the bench. Is that why you'd be reluctant to lose a player like that in this window? Obviously, be linked with Roma. So we can come on and change the game and what he did.
Question about Joshua Zexy here. Joshua Zexy's impact basically is that the reason why you don't want to lose him to Roma in January? Is that the reason why you want to keep him because the impact he can have off the bench? That's the question.
Needs to be prepared to play in every game, and all the players need to be ready to play. If you play for 20 minutes, you need to play 20 minutes to help the team. He does that, so he's a team. He's a player from our team, and
last question for James.
That's a rubbish answer. He's a player for our team. His response about Zexy shows it's over for Zexy. Even after the cameos Zexy had, where he's the reason why we have 2 draws and we haven't lost these 2 games. That's it. Full stop. Zexy's goal was the only goal we scored in the last game, and Zexy's assist to Cunha. Those are the only reasons why we haven't lost these 2 games. And his response is there about Zexy just shows that even then he just needs to be ready. Like he just doesn't care.
Even in difficult moments this season, you're always very upbeat. Obviously, just on Friday, you look pretty downbeat. Obviously, talking about transfers and systems. Can I just ask? Is nothing's changed? You still feel very much that confidence from the board and everything.
Asking about no transfers and confidence from the board.
to stop with that, and I noticed that you receive selective information about everything. I came here to be the manager of Manchester United, to be the coach of Manchester United.
and that is clear. I know that my name is not Tuchel, it's not Conte, it's not Mourinho.
Ooh, there we go. I came to be the manager, not the actual coach. Bro, somebody only says something like that, yeah, if their legs are being taken from underneath them. Because the manager is more than a coach. The manager, that's his first thing, his first response about, getting players and whatever is, I came to be the manager, not the coach. I.e., I came to run this shit, not just to be a coach. That's a very interesting response, Shivam. This might be the answer. Let me rewind it a little bit so we get the full context, people.
To start with that, and I noticed that you receive selective information about everything.
Wow.
To be the manager of Manchester United, to be the coach of Manchester United, and that is clear. I know that my name is not Tuchel, it's not Conte, it's not Mourinho, but I'm the manager of Manchester United, and it's going to be like this for 18 months, or when the board decided to change. So that was my point. I want to finish with that. I'm not going to quit. I will do my job until other guy is coming here to replace me.
Do you feel that, maybe certain assurances,
Until another guy, you say?
ability to manage this team that you thought you had? Do you not feel that?
I just want to say that I'm going to be the manager of this team, not just the coach. And I was really clear on that. And that is going to finish in 18 months. And then everyone is going to move on. That was the deal. That is my job, not to be a coach. If people cannot handle the Gary Neville and the criticisms of everything, we need to change the club. No, guys, I just want to say that I came here to be the manager of Manchester United, not to be the coach. And every department, the scouting department, the sport director needs to do their job. I will do mine for 18 months, and then we move on.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Wow, Shivam, you did not disappoint, my friend. I want to click this bit if I can. I came here to be the manager, not the coach. Shivam, let me tell you what I'm hearing, Shivam. I'm hearing people are now telling him to change the system. People are now telling him what to do. People are now saying all of these things. Gary Neville is saying all these things that are affecting him. He's now been... The box that he had, this massive box that he had to play with, to play his system, to all these things, the box is getting smaller, and now the powers that be are now trying to force him to do certain things that he doesn't want to do. He said, I came here to be the manager, i.e., I said football's changed now. We have coaches, first team coaches, then we have DOFs, the directors of football, and the directors of football take responsibilities away from the manager. So now we don't need to keep managers for long. We just need coaches. He wants to be a manager. He wants to go back and be Fergie and get all the responsibilities, right? He's not having that. Those walls are closing in on him. And for him to say that, listen, the deal was 18 months, and after 18 months, the deal was 18 months, and two, the deal was 18 months to be manager, not first team coach, manage. While he also understands that the deal will finish in 18 months, and they'll probably get a new one to replace him because there's no talk of an extension. So he knows that, but he said it out loud. And not only has he said it out loud, he's quoted people's names. He's quoted other managers' names. He says, I know I'm not these big guys. He knows I'm not big guys who can demand being managers. Like, if Jose Mourinho walked into anywhere, he's not going to be first team coach. He's going to be manager. So he said, I know I'm not these guys, but the deal was for me to be manager. That's why I came here and I did my whole 3-4-2-1 system, and I ripped up the whole Man United foundations and did it my way because I was told I could, i.e. be the manager. Now it's changing a little bit. He's not happy. He's not happy, and you can tell. And he said things that he probably... That's why I look at the reporters at the end of the press conference. They had so many more questions. Once again, this man has done a press conference where he said more than he needs to. He's been emotional. Like I said, our instability also comes from the manager's emotional instability. He's now in a press conference. And a lot of Portuguese managers do wear their hearts on their sleeves. Jose was the same. Jose said what it was. He's now saying it what it was, or what it is. Rightfully or wrongfully, but I sometimes feel like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. You tell me. You let me know. Was this an insight into something? Was this a bit too much from the manager? Has he said a bit too much? Or is he right to come out and say what he said? Is the rug being pulled from underneath him? He also, like I said, mentioned Gary Neville's. He said, if we can't handle the criticisms of the ex-players and all these things and just keep riding and rise above it, if we can't handle it, then it's fine. We can find someone else. He said a lot there, guys. He said a lot there. So Shivam, man, Shivam, and certain guys in my chat for pointing it out, for listening to that. I think it was a very good eye-opening press conference, man. He's not happy, guys. He's not happy. Yeah, very, very fiery. Very, very fiery press conference. Very emotional. But the thing about this manager, he said he's not going to change. This is who he is. This is how he's going to be. Very, very interesting. Let me know what you think, guys. Very, very interesting. Big up the chat. Big up the chat. Big up Federico Charge. Africa is a cradle of mankind. Bro, you don't need to tell me that, man. I'm a black man. I understand. You know, I'm not an African American. No African Americans, a lot of them hate Africa because they're American. And America gets taught to hate Africa. But I'm a black man who loves Africa, bro. That's my home. That's where all life is from. Black or white, that is the cradle of civilization. Big up Africa. Big up the world. Big up everyone in the world. Big up all the Man United fans. Shivam says Amorim is right. He needs to be at the helm of transfers, when to sign, when to offload. Yes, Shivam, but we've given power. Shivam, what you need to understand, we've given this power to so many managers. We gave this power to Amorim, and Amorim left us. We give this, Ten Hag, and look how Ten Hag left us. We give this power to Amorim. Amorim's going to flood the team with 10s, flood the team with wing backs, and the next manager wants to come and play 4-3-3. He can't play 4-3-3. I'm not really with you fully in terms of giving all managers just free reign to rip up everything and get his players in, because we will never recruit for those managers. In order to get 11 specific players, it'll take a decade, because that right 10 that you bought, yeah, might flop, and then you have to go and get another right 10. So building a team from scratch, yeah, might take 5-6 years, might take £1 billion. We don't have that amount of time, and we don't have that kind of money. That will never happen at Man United. It's never happened in the history of this club, and it never will. We don't do massive overhauls at Chelsea. Only team that I've ever seen do that is Chelsea, and Chelsea can do it. We can't do it. We might sign 3 players this season and then let go of 3 players. The next season we'll sign 3 players and let go. It's always like that. It's never let go of 11 and sign 11. So, and those 3 players that we buy, 2 of them might flop, which means next summer we might have to go in and get another Cunha and Bumo, because we just don't know. So it's hard, bro. It's hard. I don't like recruiting specifically for managers, because that's the reason why we're in this mess in the first place. So I feel like we got to find a middle balance. We got to recruit for the club, for the longevity of the club, while also giving the manager players that he can use, without always specifically recruiting just for this manager that you might fire in a week. And if you fire him next week and you've recruited 5 players for him, will these 5 players be the players that the new manager wants? It's hard, bro. It's hard. It's hard. Managers are now coaches now. Directors of football and all of these other guys have taken responsibilities from managers. So now we just want them to coach and get results. The data, we spoke about this earlier. All the data stuff, we don't need managers as much anymore. We really don't in modern football. So big up everybody. big up everybody. Very, very interesting. I'll see if I can clip just my reaction to his post-match press conference. I feel like that'll be kind of cool. And yeah, we'll go again. Monday is a usual news day. So Monday show, 7:15, we're gonna have the fallout. The fallout from this, the quotes that are gonna come out from this, it's going to be very, very enjoyable. So big up the chat, big up the community. And also we're playing on Wednesday as well. So we have a show on Monday, and then we will be here again on Wednesday for our match against Burnley. So big up the chat, big up everyone for joining. Smash the like, do what you need to do, share the video, increase the community, enlarge it, grow it, share it, do all the good things. Do all those good things. Big up Shivs, big up everyone in the chat. Federal Rico Chargers, big up yourselves.